From Moccasin Field here on the campus of Florida Southern College in Lakeland, Florida, welcome to the 49th edition of the Florida Southern College Mocs and the University of Tampa Spartans men's soccer here tonight. It should be a really good match. The Mocs have won the last two and have dominated in the last five, winning 3 and tying 1. But other than that, it has been Tampa's series, and tonight the Mocs hope to keep a good thing going. I'm Jim Henderson. Happy you're here with us. Pleased to be joined by Gino Chu to my right. Kent is producing. George on the camera tonight, and we have some rainy conditions here at Moccasin Field. It certainly rained hard earlier today, but Gino, right now, we got to knock on something that's wood. I don't know if we got anything here, but let's hope that we can get this thing in without any disturbances.
Yeah, pouring for the last 3 days, but I haven't heard much of the banned L word. But hopefully it stays clear. It's a bit windy tonight and chilly, but good conditions to play.
Well, the women's game over at the University of Tampa has already been postponed tonight because of the weather going through the area. So this should be a really good one tonight. The Mocs are in 5th place in the conference right now. Tampa is 1 point ahead of them in 4th. And so, Gino, this is a huge, huge conference game.
Yeah, for sure. For this team, it's so important to get a positive Sunshine State Conference result. And the Mocs right now, 1-1-2, maybe a little disappointing, suffered a really tough loss against a very good Lynn team earlier and played very well and maybe deserved to come out with more than a loss. But tonight they need to get back on track with their Sunshine State Conference journey and hopefully get a win in that column.
Well, the Mocs are 2-3-3 overall. Tampa comes in 4-4 and 2-2 in conference play. Well, as you can see, both teams are being introduced. We're going to go ahead and step aside for our pregame break. When we come back, we'll get you some starting lineups. We'll have the national anthem, moment of silence for a Moccasin student, and a lot more coming up here from Moccasin Field. Don't go away. You are watching Moccasin Men's Soccer right here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Well, let's go ahead and get you the starting lineup for the visitors tonight from the University of Tampa in the black uniforms there to your left. Jake Richards is the starting goalkeeper. He's a senior out of Bedworth, England. Started 7 of the 9 games this year. He has a 1.69 goals against and a 2-4 overall record. The rest of the starters for the Spartans, Albert Morales, Adrian Constantine, Roger Smith, and he's had a really good season with 5 goals and 4 assists for the Spartans. Travis Foster, a local product for UT out of Lato High in Tampa. Marcus Minetti, Jan Walker, Tim Kraft, Ezric Nichols, Alex Schulz Geistoval, and Brandon Gracias. That is the starting lineup for the University of Tampa. Head coach in his 15th year by Adrian Bush, a record of 143, 92, and 26 overall. He has taken the Spartans to the NCAA tournament in 7 of his 14 years as the head coach. For the Florida Southern College Mocs, Philip Federal, the senior, will be in goal. He played here in that loss against Lake Tone. So far this year, Gino, he's had a good year. 6 starts, 1.24 to 132 overall record.
Yeah, definitely very important for the team.
We're going to have a moment of silence for Dalton Beadle, a student here at Florida Southern who passed away yesterday. After that, we'll have the national anthem.
Of Florida Southern student Dalton Beadle, who passed away suddenly yesterday. Thank you. And now we ask that you all please remain standing. And gentlemen, please remove your hats as Florida Southern student Mark Tabor performs our national anthem. Oh, hey, can you see so proud of you, how the twilight was gleaming, who touched bright and bright sky through a perilous time, for the rampart we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in air, they flew through the night. God of blood was still there, for thanks are the star-spangled banner and wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And a very nice rendition there of our national anthem. Let's go ahead and continue to give you the Moccasins starting lineup. We mentioned Philip Federle, the outstanding graduate student in goal. Jacob Lingveneris will be one of the forwards tonight, along with James Meehan, and making his first start of the season tonight for Florida Southern, but his 18th career start is George Michaloff, a graduate student out of Berlin. And in the few minutes we saw him here the other night, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, he started that second half, and I thought he brought what the team needed. He played in that a little more forward than he usually does in midfield, but he was fluid, moved the ball quick, and was as well good on the ball. And I think he's very integral for this part in that midfield he's playing for this team to go forward.
Edu Capote will be in the midfield. Also joining him will be Nico Lashiris. The back line will be as it has been for a while. Team captain Henry Phillips will be on the right side. Foster Appia and Santiago Arazo in the middle, and Klaus Leland on the left side. And that, of course, in front of Philip Federle. And in the defensive midfielder spot, as always tonight, is Alberto Diaz. And another guy who has really played well for the Mocs, Diaz, will be making his 20th career appearance for Florida Southern, his 18th start. And he's really played good in that defensive midfielder's role.
Yeah, I say this every game, but he's so important just to slot in front of that defense. He really wins all the aerial duels. He's good on the ball, and he as well, very integral for this team and the structure and the shape they play in.
Mocs coach is Jason Carlson. He's 21-15-3 overall. His third year here at Florida Southern. 60-47-8 overall in his 8th season. Ashley Holmes, Pablo Gallo Arias, and George Matisse, our assistant coaches, along with Sam Winning. Our athletic trainer is Colleen Melvin, and the strength and conditioning coach is Zach Wallace. Magic Cork is our referee. Michael Bishop will be the senior assistant referee along the near side, and Matthew Meyer will be the junior assistant referee on the far side. Florida Southern will get it first. They'll go right to left here in the first half in the home whites. And boy, Gino, if the Mocs ever needed one, this is another one of those huge conference games.
Yeah, as stated earlier, 1-1-2, not the best, but not too many losses, but the draws definitely in the long term could be better. And I think for the train to get back on its rails, you really need a win tonight, especially in conference play against such a big rival tonight, and a lot of meaning to this game for both teams.
Well, again, 3 points for a win, 1 for a tie, so the Mocs have 5 right now, and Tampa has 6, so a win tonight would elevate Florida Southern past UT in the standings. And again, the top 6 teams make the postseason tournament, and if the tournament were to be played right today, this would be a first-round matchup, but it would be over at the University of Tampa instead of here at Moccasin Field, because the Spartans are 4th right now and the Mocs are 5th. Well, here we go. Long ball, quickly getting it underway here. Want to put some pressure right away on the goalkeeper, Jake Richards, but no problem that time. He picks it up right away, and maybe that's a message here for Florida Southern. We'll see. I know the Mocs would really like to get some goals going here. Phillips trying to run it down. Appy are going to kick it back out towards the right side under some pressure there from Roje Smith. We mentioned him as a 5-goal scorer this season for the Spartans. we'll keep an eye on him. Wears number 13 for Tampa. He's running in to get it right now. Fedora will come out, and Appia will sort of guide it back right in front of Smith. Here is Arazo now, and boy, he has played really well as that second stopper along with Appia. Now Leland, and back to Arazo it goes. So the Mocs right now content to build from the back. And a little bit of pressure here by UT. Saw a little bit there by Tim Kraft. And it comes to Phillips on the far side, and he'll send it back to Appia and back to Federal. And Federal says, I better get it out of here, because there was, again, some pressure coming up from Mr. Roger Smith. There is Diaz trying to go down the right side for the Mocs, but that was sort of an errant pass. Looking for Lashiris over there, couldn't get it to him. Throw in coming up here for UT. And once again, looking down there for Roger Smith. Phillips coming over, trying to get a handball. No call is there. Yes, they did. They did finally call it, and it will be Mocs ball. So our game just underway here tonight at Moccasin Field. Again, we're hoping the weather holds up. So far, so good. As it comes back to Federal. And now for Arazo. Mocs just building from the back, having a lot of possession so far, Gino, but nothing really forward.
Yeah, passing around the back, looking contempt to, but Tampa playing with a very high press right now, but they need to be careful, because if that press is broken, it can lead to a very dangerous counter as you don't have enough numbers in defense when broken.
There's Diaz trying to go long down the left side with it, trying to get it to Capote over there. Capote has a shot at it, but it was kicked away from him at the last second by Gracias. There's a shot, and it will go high, wide, and over the top, and it'll be a goal kick coming up here for UT.
Ball tackled out the way. Meehan got the ball in a good position, but maybe didn't look up quick enough to see where the goal was, and shot just goes over the bar. But sometimes you have to take those opportunities.
Well, again, maybe a little bit of a warning sign to Tampa that we're not afraid to shoot from deep.
For sure.
That's almost a mistake there. Mock's going to try to run onto it and will get it. Far corner by Ling Veneris. Cleared back. He's going to get it right over there again, though. And Mocs will get a throw. Phillips will come up to take it here in a hurry.
Really bad goal kick there. Low and hard right into the body of Ling Veneris.
This is Diaz. And it will go over the touchline. Throw in coming up here for the University of Tampa.
Tried to put that through, but Phillips not on the same wavelength as him. Didn't make that right run.
Throw in far side. Mocs trying to get some possession, trying to get it back into the middle. That's cleared up coming over our way. That's headed up by Leland for Florida Southern. Leland trying to go on, and that ought to be a foul and will be. And not a happy camper there was Marcus Benetti. Called for the foul, but sure looked like one to me.
Yeah, he thought he had the ball, but the touch was too big, and Leland was able to shut him off with his body really well. Played really smart there, and just no choice but to take him out. And now a great place for a free kick at the start of the game.
Yeah, and Leland's got a great left foot. You can see on your screen there the bodies are gathering at the top of the 18 here. Now Diaz coming up. Just entered your picture there. So Leland can get it there, no question about that. Let's see whose head he's looking for. That's a good in-swinger. That's headed on one hop, though, and an easy play for Jake Richards.
Beautiful delivery, but just not enough pace on it. I didn't think he got the right run on to guide it towards goal.
Appia had a head on it, as did Diaz on the far side for the Mocs. Tampa unable to possess right now. Passed that time again by Florida Southern, by Michalov getting his first touch. Now here's Capote, and here's Michalov again. Looking up, trying to go in, and cleared back out by UT. Good idea, though.
Yeah, definitely. All the defenders thinking he's going to play it down the line or back, but he cuts in and tries to curl one. And sometimes, if it's not on target, someone will slip in on the back post and just tap it in. Good idea.
Throw in for Leland. Game coming up on 5 minutes old. No score. Mocs have had most of the possession. Tampa hadn't had a lot so far. And maybe I said it too soon. Here comes the Spartans, and Federo read it very well, kicked it away from Roger Smith. And now we got a handball called here, and it's going to go against Florida Southern.
Yeah, been unlucky there. Meehan showed good aggression to get in front of his defender to get that ball, but just touch a little big and goes on his arm. But Florida Southern showing good aggression at the start of the game as a whole.
So here's Gracias going to put it in play. And he'll hit it well. Headed back out by Diaz again, going back to help out. He got it over Kraft. Tampa going to try to run it down there with Walker. And now it's sent all the way back in. Big one hop there for Federal. And he will run it down without any difficulty, and the Mocs will get it back. And he will decide to go outlet right, and it'll be Appia. Phillips is pushed up on that right touch line. So Appia will have it. Appia playing for Florida Southern again tonight. His 35th career game. All of them have been starts for Florida Southern. And he'll tee it up. Looking long down the left side. And that ball was not hit very well, to say the least, and Klaus Lidlum would like to have that one back.
Yeah, got it in the end of it. I think he tried to catch the defenders off guard by trying to play it first time through that middle, but so hard when the ball is coming from so high up and takes an awkward bounce, and unlucky enough to get something there.
So Jake Richards will put it in play. The veteran Spartan goalkeeper, his 51st career game. He has 13 career shutouts for UT, 22 wins. But that's another goal kick that really wasn't very good. Gave up possession.
Yeah, that's twice now in his 2 goal kicks. Not really well done, but we'll have to see if he does better as the game goes on. Sometimes it can take a couple to get it right.
That was a terrific cross-field pass by Leland that Phillips ran onto but then could not control. Phillips coming back, though, to help out. And we got a foul called here, looks like on UT. Lasheris with a good play there for Florida Southern. He's making his 9th appearance this year. He started all but one game and has played 26 in his career here for Florida Southern. Now we see him going over to have a little word with Mocs head coach Jason Carlson, our referee, Mr. Corrick. Not sure what that was all about. Might have been, did you see any of the players kick it away?
Not
or something?
Sure.
Yeah,
maybe it's just a little bit of warning, maybe a little too much activity on that bench. They all stand very close to the field over there.
Could be, yep, you're right. Well, here we go with Appia. Let's see if the Mocs can get something going here, boy. They'd love to get an early goal in this one. Goals have been hard to come by. That's Phillips coming up trying to make something happen, and that ball's going to go way, way over the top, and Tim Kraft couldn't get close to it for UT. Throw in for Florida Southern, and Henry Phillips, the team captain, coming over to take it. He's another guy that has really, really played well. He's a junior. 25th career game, his 8th start for Florida Southern.
Yeah, he's done well to come in. Jake Starling, the usual right back starter, especially for last year, out injured right now. And Phillips has more than been up to the task to come in and slot into that role.
Here is Mishalov. Looks like he's playing a little bit of a recessed midfielder's role. Here's Diaz. And Appia. Mocs moving up a little bit. Appia says, let's see how far I can get it. Headed back down. Capote going to run on. Will get it for the Mocs, and a nice cut back. He'll drop it now for Diaz. He's got a good left far post. Still loose on that far side. Mocs going to run it down over there with Lasheris. Can he draw the corner? That's what he wants to do. He's going to draw the throw instead.
Yeah, close. Usually Lasheris plays in that center mid role, so usually when you put him out wide, might be a little foreign for him to try and beat players and send crosses in, but we'll see how he does this game.
Now that was Lasheris again getting the pass from Phillips. UT winning it back momentarily. Into the middle, Mocs Meehan. See what he wants. Diaz coming through. Tried to get the shot off, couldn't do it. Headed back out by UT. Comes right out to Leland's. Got a good left. Will go left instead now for Capote. Capote loves to cut back to his right. There's a great pass inside. It's on. No call on offsides. Mocs keep it. Ball crossed far side. One touch shot blocked. Flicked up again. Capote had it knocked away from him. Here's Leland. Good right that time heading towards the box. Far side. Looks like Lashear is going to try to run it down. He cannot get there. And what's the call? Throw in for UT.
Good spell of possession there. Not a shot on target, but you can see it building up towards it, trying to pass it out in front of that final third. Good build-up play. Usually the Mocs play more of a counter style, and today differently, more of the ball. So we'll see how they play when it's that typical kind of style.
Cleared out. Going to be won by UT Minetti with it. Now let's see. The Mocs have a lot of guys up. There's a steal by Diaz. UT will get it back, and Diaz will be called for a foul. Hitting the deck pretty hard there was Tim Kraft. Spartans start in a hurry trying to go to Smith. And boy, Appia just sent it right back at him. This is Ling Veneris, far side. He'll give it right back to UT. Now the Spartans can counter. And guess where they're going? Roger Smith and Appia not having any of that. Here is Phillips up for Diaz and a nice pass. Mocs trying to build it down the right side. And it will be cleared back up by UT. Here's Diaz again. Ball bounced to him. Perfect position. Drops it off. Leland over our way on the near side. And down that left touchline for Capote. Capote into the middle, trying to get it through. And there's Richards. Nice little dummy that time. Richards equal to the task. He'll start it out the other way. Boy, Phillips up there to get ahead on it. Mocs really aggressive right now. And it looks like UT has one guy that they want to go to, and that's Smith. There's a good play by Arazo. Santiago with it. And he'll come back to Appia.
Yeah, UT so far playing very direct, almost a couple passes in that midfield, and they try to go over the top every time for their striker.
This is Leland. He gives it up to Michalov, and now back to Appia. And to Phillips for Michalov. To Appia again. Mocs just building, and Tampa started out applying some high pressure. Not really doing it now. Trying to get it up there for Ling Veneris. Here's Mia now on it. He wants to pull the shot, and it's off the crossbar. It's going to be headed down and just wide. Oh, my goodness. Boy, the Mocs had a chance, and that final touch just eluded. It looks like Ling Veneris on the end.
A great shot from Meehan there. It takes one touch outside the box, sends it. Almost keeper looks like he thinks it's going to go out, but it has enough dip to hit that crossbar. Unlucky not to go in. But Ling Veneris tries to take that first time and off target, but a difficult one to put back. Maybe should have taken a touch, but not sure if he had the room with the defenders around him.
Throw in coming up for UT. Again, that Richards goal kick goes way off to his left. It seems like he's either been way left or way right, not much down the middle.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much wind out there tonight either, but maybe the pitch is a little wet from the earlier rain, but so far his delivery has been a little disappointing, I'm sure, for him.
Trying to come to the right side where Minetti has it. Now drops it back. Lobbed into the box by Gracias. Looking for Smith. Phillips heads it out, and then it's cleared back up very nicely by Lashiris. So a throw in for UT near midfield, and it'll be Nichols to take it. He is the Spartans' left back. And he's waiting and looking. Nobody really running for UT. Phillips is the one who gets his head on it for the Mocs. Flicked down by Meehan. Trying to go to Ling Veneris. Ling Veneris sent it forward. Trying to run this one down is Schultz Geistovel. And the Spartans on a long liner straight down the field. Here is Smith. He'll crank it, and he will hit it wide right. Well, he looks like he will take it from distance.
Yeah, he saw the space and he liked it. The strike looked good, but from that distance, he had to put enough power on it to try and beat the keeper, just not on target. But I wouldn't be surprised if he was going to try that a couple more times this game.
Well, Smith, as we mentioned, with 5 goals this season in 8 games for his Spartans career, he's had 7 in 21 games. He's making his 18th career start tonight for UT. This is Capote over to Phillips on the right side. He'll drop it for Appia. And Appia says, let's go the other way to Leland. And coming up with him is Minetti. And it will cross. And what do we got? Looks like a throw-in for UT. But we'll check it. Well, they're going to give it to the Mocs. I think Leland thought it was going to go. Oh, they called a foul. That's what it was. They called a foul. So Arazo gets in play in a hurry for Appia. And here we go. Phillips right side. Trying to come down the right touchline and immediately cleared away. Throw in Mocs. Near midfield. Game about 15 minutes old. No score. Appia tries to switch the point of attack. Kind of just threw it up there a little bit. And the Mocs will come up with it. Michalov will get it from Diaz, who makes another good play. Here's Diaz again. On his left. Looking long. Into the box. Ling Veneris ran it down. He'll drop it back. Maybe a chance for a cross. Nope, it's going to send it back up again. Now the cross comes in. And UT with a clearance and get it back the other way. And now let's see as Leland steps forward. Trying to get it through again. Boy, the Mocs are putting pressure on. Michalov back for Phillips. Henry square pass that time for Diaz and back for Appia. A lot of pressure right now, Gino. The Mocs have had a couple of decent looks.
Yeah, they're playing really fast around the final third for them. Quick passes around the box, 1-2s, and so far not really a shot on target. Even that crossbar one wouldn't count as it's not on frame per se, but looking really good and looking really dangerous at the start of this game.
Throw in for UT. Here is Capote. Into the middle, knocked down by Michalov, one back by UT. That was Constantine with a touch. And now all the way back down it comes. And running it down will be Albert Morales. He's one of the stoppers. And he sends it back to Richards. Mock's putting a little pressure on. This time Richards gets it out pretty well. Garrazzo with the header. Right back at him this time by Gracias. And here is Smith. And there is Appia with a nice play for the Mocs. Boy, it looked like Smith had a nice angle.
Yeah, if he got that touch or past the defender, he would have been through, but good job by the Mocs to keep their shape.
Here is Gracias with the throw. Knocked down. Can the Mocs win it? Almost cleared through. Federal didn't come out like Appia thought he would. So Appia is going to send it back up. Headed right back at him by Gracias. That's a touchdown by Travis Foster. And over the end line, what do we have here? I believe, they're going to say goal kick. And boy, UT is furious. Spartans are really unhappy with that one. Hard to tell.
Yeah, defender probably let it go, but the attacker maybe thought he got a skim and just wanted to get the corner, but hey, referee's decision is final.
Well, here we go now with Appia for Phillips. Mocs building from the right. Appia again. He'll come forward, and there's no pressure. For Capote. Now they pressure. For Michalov. And all the way back for Federal. To Appia, and the Mocs will try it again. Appia, a lot of touches so far tonight. Michalov, and he's been involved too. For Leland. Trying to go through for Meehan. Meehan around Constantine. And that should be corner kick number 1 for Florida Southern.
Great build-up play. Such a good flick on and does well to stay onside, just unable to square it across goal with lots of bodies in that box. We'll see what kind of delivery they do, but lots of bodies for Florida Southern going into that box. Looks like they're really trying to go for that goal early right now.
So let's see if the Mocs can get one here. Should be an in-swinger. Leland is showing short corner. I would be a little surprised. There it goes. Far post. Up, down, and it's loose and cleared away. Oh, my goodness. Boy, Tim Kraft got back and cleared it out. Gino, for a second there, it just looked like that ball was hovering in the goal.
Yeah, flick on far post. Diaz puts it across the face of the goal like he's supposed to, but no body to get onto it. But it stayed in the air for so long, I thought someone was going to just run in and tap that in.
Here is Leland. He'll send it down the left side. This is Capote from Meehan. And another throw for Florida Southern. Boy, the Mocs putting Tampa under siege a little bit now.
Yeah, next thing looking for the Mocs is a shot on target to try and test that keeper a little more.
Leland looking for someone. Trying to go inside. Langvaneris couldn't get it. Capote runs back on it. Goes all the way over himself. Now he needs help. Finally taken away from him. And this gives the Spartans a chance to find Smith, but there's Phillips to break it up for the Mocs.
Great job defending that counter in numbers. Looks like Florida Southern push up for possession play, but still have enough defenders to counter that quick turn of play. Phillips with a good interception there.
Throw in UT. We think. Here we go. Looking long, headed out by Appia.
Looks like first sub for UT came in as well. Number 20 in for the Spartans, Luca Abreu.
Constantine is out. And it looks like Julius Becker is in and Travis Foster out for UT. So head coach Adrian Bush making a couple of early subs here for UT. We're not quite halfway home here in the first half. And, of course, those players are out for the remainder of the first half.
Yeah, no rolling subs in that first half, but 25 minutes left. A little bit early, I would say, typically for the first subs to be coming on, but be interested to see what kind of game plan they might want to change into with these new additions.
Well, that was Stanley's only second start of his freshman year, so he has not been a regular. And it looks to me like maybe Coach Bush just trying to find some combinations at work here, and he wasn't satisfied with what he was seeing.
Yeah, could still be trying to figure it out right now with so many combinations. And if your team's deep, that's a good problem to have.
And we got a foul called here, I believe, probably on Leland. And so Gracias will put it in play right down in front of us here.
Good place for a set piece, but doesn't look like the Spartans are committing too many players in that box right now.
So Constantine has gone up. Let's see, someone else is going to take it. This is Jan Walker, junior out of Betlock, Switzerland. And he'll just start it slow. Drops it straight back for Schultz von Hovel. And now into the box, headed back out. Nice idea. This is Lingvenaris. He's battling over there against Becker, who just came in. And here comes Michalov for Florida Southern. George with a little bit of room. Still with it. Trying to go down that right side, but way too much on it. Goal kick coming up for Jake Richards and UT.
Yeah, great run there from Michalov from his own half, but maybe just felt that presence from the defender behind him and rushed it a little bit.
And it looks like Smith may have dropped back a little bit more into a midfield role. It looks like Abreu has moved up top. So we'll see whether that alters how UT plays it here as we see Appia clearing it back up. Maybe more of an attacking midfielder role here for Smith. We'll see. But Abreu definitely playing up, and Appia has switched off on him for now. Appia has been pretty much with Smith throughout here in the early going. And they're going to stop the clock, having trouble getting the ball back in play. And you can see how much time is remaining. Now we are about halfway home here in the first half. Throwing down the left side. Now they're trying to get it to Smith. One back by UT. Maybe a chance. Shot taken, and it's deflected. And it will be a corner kick coming up. Shot looked like it was taken by Luca Abreu. He comes in, makes his presence felt right away.
Yeah, UT so far, both chances from outside the box shots didn't look too bad. We'll see what they can do with this set piece corner to see if they can create a chance.
Abreu only making his eighth appearance. He's only had one start. He's out of the IMG Academy down in Bradenton. Corner kick coming up. Way far post, headed out by the Mocs. Let's see if they can go with it now. They're trying to run it down that left side for Edu Capote, and he's going to run it down. Capote waiting, cuts it in, goes around a man. He's got to look if he wants it. Still with it, trying to pass it off. One touch back to the right side. Boy, I thought he waited too long. Capote tries to get it through. Tried to find Meehan and just couldn't get it to him.
Great quick feet, beats his defender and gets the ball right there, but a little too much pace. Meehan not there quick enough to react, but looked really good from the Mocs. Very dangerous, but still missing that shot on target.
So Richards will put it in goal, and he's been busy here in the first half. Put it in play from his 6. And he'll go. That's much better on the goal kick. All the way down for Appia. He gets ahead on it. And it comes to Capote right over in front of us. Capote will now hold it back. And drops it off for Leland. Across the touchline. Should be a Mocs throw, and Leland will take it. So now I don't want to go to Capote. He goes up inside instead. And that's a nice header inside that time by Morales for UT. Mocs trying to control. Dropping it off. This is Leland again off the pass from Meehan. He's got to look. He goes far right side, and no one is there. Goal kick, UT.
Tried to swing it in, but I think Lachares there trying to push that line. Didn't think about making that run beyond the defender, but looked like a good flick, just not the right communication to go for that right mid up there.
Under 20 to go, first half. We are still scoreless here at Moccasin Field. Long one down, and Richards' goal kicks are getting better. As Phillips will guide it across the touchline. He'll take the throw here for Florida Southern. Mock back line has not really been challenged so far. Appy has had the most work in the back because it looks like he's taken whoever is there forward. That's sent through by Morales and one by Erazo. Coming this way, and that's going to be right down under us. Throw in UT. So Gracias to take it. And we got a whistle on a foul on Mishalov. And UT wanted to start in a hurry, but Mishalov got in the way. So Minetti will put it in play, it looks like. And Capote says, well, what, 10? Yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah, usually stands there. Unless referee tells you to move, then.
And so far, it's not the case. So teeing it up here will be Jan Walker. He took the corner a moment ago for UT. And he can put it in the box, no doubt about it. That's where it's going. That's in there nicely and just wide. Wow, good effort that time by UT. That, Gino, was close.
Wow, that was a great delivery from that outswinger. Floated perfectly for the attacker to get his head on. But just instead of pushing it out, it just skims his head, floated to that back post, and looked dangerous for a second. But luckily for the Mocs, just wide.
Yeah, Morales looking for his first career goal for UT. That was pretty close. Arguably Tampa's best chance so far here in the match. So Federo puts it in play. And that may be a signal, Gino, that you don't want to give these guys free kicks because they might be troublesome.
Yeah, Florida Southern with a lot of the ball, but don't be fooled. UT with a good record, and they can definitely play well. So you don't want to give them the opportunity to get on goal.
Nice cut down the left side that time by Julius Becker, but it will come back to Federal. So he'll figure out what he wants. Looking long for Ling Veneris and not going to get it to him. It'll come back for UT instead, and Walker will get it. And now Walker looking long, and that's going to be right to Federal. So he'll just outlet it for Leland. Now back into the middle for Erazo and for Appia. So the Mocs will build again. For Erazo. A little pressure by UT. Now more starting to converge. Capote, nice cut around Constantine. Capote trying to go to the right side. Dropping it back. Mishalov going to run it down. No, he won't. It'll go out. Throw in UT. Spartans far side. And the long one coming down. That was a free kick, actually. And there is Smith finally getting a touch. Drops it back. This is Kraft. Kraft drops it again for Gracias. And down that right side, no one there. And there is Mr. Federal again for the Mocs. So a build-up coming. Federal, left footer, over our way. Let's see. Capote, yep, they're going to say out. And Gracias will take the throw here for UT. Coming down the side. Oh, and that's a bad, not a bad pass, just a bad read as Abreu and Minetti got confused.
Yeah, a bit of miscommunication there.
So Erazo for Appia. Let's see if the Mocs can get something now with Phillips on the far side. And they put some pressure on him right away there with Becker. And Becker, again, just came in, so he's got fresh legs. And looks like he wants to use them. Federal for Erazo. For Leland. Meehan. Will he take the throw? No, he won't. He's going to leave it here for Leland. Mocs get it down there pretty well. And a chance for a running start here for Klaus Leland. That'll get it into the box. Flicked on, out. Can Tampa counter? Mishalov tries the shot, blocked. He's got another one. He cranked it over the top. Boy, Mishalov hit it really well, but just a little too high. Goal kick, UT.
A little too much of a top spin. It kept going up and up and never floated down, but good opportunity there. But I would say in that instance, you do want to try and test the keeper there, keep up on his toes, and unfortunately for the Mocs, they unable to do so again.
So Richards will put it in play. To the left, over everyone's head, and it will go out. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Oh, they call the foul on Phillips, it looks like. Free kick, UT. So Lashiris is standing where the ball's going to be. Let's see if they move him out of there.
Couple bodies going into the box. I'd be putting an emphasis on marking to make sure the same thing doesn't happen as it did last time.
Walker's going to take it, and he hit a great one last time. Let's see what he can do again. Opposite side of the field, low end, and boy, Appy just drove it back out to Phillips. Up it comes for Lashiris, and one back by UT. This is Walker now. Maybe he's got a chance trying to get it in, and boy, there's Appy again. And that's going to be a corner kick now for the Spartans.
Great job defensively by Appia to stand his ground, make sure he didn't commit something silly. But now UT with a dangerous opportunity. No.
Oh, they say a throw. Wait a minute.
No,
I thought it was a corner.
They're trying to confuse us up
Yep.
here.
Well, Walker's going to take it. Looks like Mishalov will be 10 yards back. Everyone else will be. Oh, there's a quick short corner. Coming back out. Walker can tee it up. Does. Long way long. Goal kick coming up for the Mocs.
Yeah, set piece not worked out very well. A little curious as to why they would do that instead of just maybe trying to in-swing it the same way through a corner.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of short corners. I never have been. I've seen them work. But I don't know. It just seems like corner kick is a direct attempt to score each time it's taken, and short corners don't always work out that way. Well, here's Gracias trying to come up. Mox won it through Capote. Capote drops it into the middle. Lashiris wins it back to Appia. And it will come for Mishalov now for the right side. Lashiris again. Trying to go down there right side for Phillips, who had overlapped, but it's kicked back, and it'll be a Mox throw. Time winding down here in the first half. Still no score. Phillips looking to try to get somebody on there, and he bounces it once to himself because nobody's really moving. Down the right side. High into the air. Headed high up, that time by Mishalov. This is Diaz. And now the Spartans get it back. Tampa maybe with a chance to counter. There's Smith. He's coming all the way back. He's not getting touches up. And cleared away that time by Capote. Throw in coming up. And Gracias will be there to take it. And Mock showing a little pressure, so Gracias has to come forward for Smith. And they're all over him. Throw in coming up, and once again, UT will get it. Capote wins the throw, but Smith got it back. Trying to go through there is Walker. And the Mocs will get it back with Capote. To Leland. And cleared all the way back up. And cleared all the way back. Throw in Mocs. I think we see maybe our first sub going to be made here by Florida Southern. We have not had any subs by the Mocs so far here in the first half. UT made a couple about 20 minutes ago. Lashiris trying to keep it in play. Still loose in there. It's a good job by Lashiris. Now it's cleared all the way back down. And that's nobody.
I'd be guessing maybe Taylor Vincent out to play on that right-hand side. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. Yeah, there comes the whistle. Mishalov coming out. And it will be, in fact, Taylor Vincent. And he will replace Mishalov.
So Lasheris will be sliding into that center mid spot, and then Taylor Vincent out on the right.
Appia with a start for Erazo. Santiago coming forward with it. And we'll find Capote here on the left. On his right, trying to cross it. Didn't get there. Spartans can counter with Becker. Smith tries to flick it on. Read well by Erazo. But sent it a little bit too far out of everyone's range. I think he was looking for Meehan. There's the Appia header. And Phillips is going to run it down on that far side, and we'll get a throw. So back for Appia as we are under 10 to go here in the first half. Still looking for the game's first goal. Been some opportunities, but probably more half chances than full ones, although Mocs have certainly had one or two, and I know Tampa's had one it would probably like to have back. Here is Leland. Nice little cut that time. He'll get it back from Capote now down the left side. And a little bit too much. Trying to find a Lingvaneris over there. Lingvaneris, the leading scorer this year for the Mocs. 3 goals in 8 games. For his Mocs career, he has had a dozen in 31 games. Throw in Mocs. Very careless there by UT. Leland. For Capote, back to Leland. Now he just flicks it on. A little sloppy on both ends here right now, and we got a foul called here on Lasheris.
Yeah, said he used his hands a little too much to body it.
So a free kick coming up. Walker starts it. Looking long for Smith. Appia and Smith again. Appia trying to guide it over the end line and does. He's a big body to move.
Yeah, for sure. Not necessarily the tallest in terms of center back, but makes up for it with his upper body strength as well as lower body strength. So hard to move, and also very good in the air for someone of his height.
So here is Feduro. Not very long on that one. Headed on that time by the Mocs. That was Lasheris, and this is Diaz. Trying to get through traffic and gets to Phillips. Here's Vincent. Down he goes. And is there a call? Yes, there will. And so a free kick for Florida Southern. Time slowly becoming a factor here in the first half. And Phillips will start it in a hurry and find Erazo. Abreu going to try to run it down, but can't. And here is Leland. Up it comes. This is Lasheris. Dropping it down, Capote. Can he go to the end line against Gracias? And out in a hurry comes Richards. He's looking for a corner, not going to get it. Goal kick for UT.
Keeper off his line well as the Mocs have 2 subs looking to come in.
So Mr. Richards taking his sweet time here. And it looks like UT also going to get a sub. Abreu comes out. Yeah, it looks like Salah coming in. So McIntosh and Miranda checking in for Florida Southern. And the 2 forwards go out, Lingvaneris and Meehan here.
Double striker swap up top. Interested to see how that goes. But could try to use those fresh legs and pace to maybe beat that back line who are probably feeling a little tired right now.
That's a Richards goal kick that goes into the Mocs bench. And we have seen a couple of those here tonight. Appia gets rid of it in a hurry.
Yeah, a few. I'd be disappointed to give the ball away on a goal kick. It'd be a good opportunity to try and build up play, but instead gives the ball away.
Salah trying to get it to Smith after a Mocs bad pass. Tampa wins it back. Here is Walker lobbing it into the box. One hopped over Feduro. Looking for Salah in there. He had just checked into the game. 1 goal this season for him. 1 goal, 1 assist. And the outlet comes for Appia. Tampa's last game, by the way, was a 2-0 road loss down at Palm Beach Atlantic on the weekend. And, of course, the Mocs had that heartbreaker here against Lynn on Saturday. Trying to flick it through. There's Smith. And he's quick, no question about that. Did the Mocs make a steal? Almost. And now we got a foul. And they're going to stop the clock. And we're going to get a card. Lashiris will get the first card of the game for Florida Southern.
Yeah, tried to win that ball back a little too aggressively, maybe a bit brash at the end of this first half to just lunge and put his foot in.
So he's got to be careful, obviously, now. The yellow card has been issued to number 21 with Florida Southern, and he's over there.
So a free kick here for UT, and maybe a chance here in this final 5 to get something going. Sending it, trying to find Salah down the right side, and they will. And he's going to get a corner. Goes out off of Verrazzo, and it's going to be a corner coming up here for the Spartans. Third corner of the half. And the Spartans, before the corner is taken, will get Josh McGrath into the game. And coming out will be Brandon Gracia, so that will probably be a right back swap. But we will see. Walker's over to take the corner. Hit a good one a moment ago. He'll tee it up right in the center, clear it out. Boy, nobody there for UT. That was a little weird. Diaz was the only one in the box. Mock's going to try to counter with Capote. And if that's not a foul, I don't know what one is. Pecker's going to get it.
Just a bit of an obstruction there. Great touch by Capote to get around his defender, and nothing the player could do there.
Diaz looking long down the right side, and it's headed back out by UT. Phillips trying to get ahead on it for the Mocs, and it'll be a Spartans throw. Winding down here in the first half. Stay tuned for our halftime show. We'll have a Moccasins hot seat for you. Talk about some other things going on here at Florida Southern, including one very important element. See the ball into the box and cleared back out, and the Mocs will get a corner. One very important element about school in general here at Florida Southern.
Good opportunity here to try and get on the board. Looks like Leland going over will be an in-swinger.
Yeah, Leland's got that good left. Corner kick number 2 here in the half for the Mocs.
With Gums out of the team right now, looks like Leland is the set-piece specialist for the Mocs.
So let's see where he wants to go with it. He's got bodies in the box. And it's right in the heart. Headed on and out. Good effort that time. Looked like Diaz got on the end of it.
A very vocal point of almost every set piece Diaz is with his height and ability to head the ball. Connected there, but just not enough on it. Skims past the far post.
So a goal kick here by Richards. Straight on. Leland's back to help. That wasn't a good one. Salah on, chips, and that's in. A goal for the University of Tampa by Salah on a bad play by Florida Southern, and the Spartans go up a goal.
Horrible decision there. Tries to head it back to the keeper, but not enough. And then Federo has no choice but to come out, but great chip over the top. Catches the keeper off, and Salah scores a fantastic goal. And for the Mocs, that'd be very disappointing to see, especially towards right at the end of this halftime.
Well, we mentioned a moment ago that he had one goal this season for the Spartans. He has just doubled that one. And I think, you know what, I think they might have surprised him? I think they were surprised at his quickness.
Yeah, just really quick out of the gates. It's that first couple steps that you can just burn a defender. Use it to his advantage.
So here is Diaz now as the Mocs down a goal. Final couple minutes. We always say last 5 and first 5, the second half, those are the times you want to score and not give one up. Bad timing for Florida Southern on that one, no question about it. So a throw coming up here for the University of Tampa as we are under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Yeah, I just think they got surprised by his speed. He just darted through there, went right through everybody.
Yeah, it's a combination of that and also just tried to head it back to the keeper and not enough on it, skims it, and bad decision. Should have probably just tried and cleared it.
Spartans trying to get something going there with a touch by Kraft, but the Mocs will wind up with it. Tampa will keep it. As we are approaching 1 minute to go And Mr. Morales will put it in play here for UT. A bad mistake by the Mocs have put them in a little bit of a hole. And, boy, now you don't want to make another one. Appia heads it out. Flicked on that time again by Kraft for UT. Arazo clears it out, trying to find Leland. Tampa gets it back that time with Minetti as we go into the final minute of half number 1. Chested down again by Kraft. This is Salah. And now Diaz. Let's see what the Mocs can do. Still got time. Down the right side on the move is Taylor Vincent. Vincent tees it up towards the box. It's cleared out by UT. Diaz with it. They're going to say play on the advantage. Looked like a handball on UT, but the advantage was played. Diaz trying to get it into the box. Sent back out. Time running down. Under 30 seconds. Lob. Richards right there near post.
Good build-up play. Referee allows advantage after the handball, but delivery just too close to the keeper, unable to get a head on it.
So Richards bangs it away. I thought he might take a little more time than that. Oh, it goes off Phillips' head. And it's going to run all the way down, and Feduro couldn't save it. Well, Tampa's going to get a corner, but he just sent it in, and Phillips got in the way. So we have come to the end of the first half, and, boy, not the way you wanted to end half number 1 here tonight at Moccasin Field. That late goal here in the first half by Salah has given Tampa a 1-0 lead. And, Gino, I know as these guys head off to their locker room that they are pretty disappointed right now.
Yeah, I'd be fuming if I made that mistake. But important thing is you take these 15 minutes to forget about it and come out and play the same game you did in that first half. Barring that mistake, I would argue that Florida Southern looked very good and looked like the team that deserved to be up. But one mistake and it can change. So key to come out of the half is to reset and make sure you play your own game to try and get back into this one.
1-0 is our halftime score. Stay tuned for our halftime show. We'll be back right after this. You are watching Moccasins Men's Soccer on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Welcome back to Moccasin Field. You can see the University of Tampa at the top of your screen there to your left. They are huddling over there with head coach Adrian Bush. The Mocs have headed back to their locker room. Down a goal here, thanks to that goal by Amgad Salah at the 42-46 minute mark of the first half. Obviously an unassisted goal, or you could say where they were assisted a little bit by Florida Southern on it. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first half statistics here tonight. And Gino Chu, we had mentioned here that, in fact, you had said it, that Florida Southern looks like should be dominating this game. And look at the shots, and look at the shots on goal. Certainly in the Mocs' favor.
Yeah, it's not just that. Just whip the ball even when not creating a chance around that final third. Tampa haven't really had too many opportunities to break the team down other than the counters. But Florida Southern, quick 1-2 passes, good through balls, swinging balls in, taking shots from distance. They've had it all. Everything but a goal.
Yeah, they really had. And, of course, I guess the one header early in the first half after the shot by Meehan off the crossbar, if that had gone in, this might be a different game.
Yeah, to go 1-0 up on a game you're dominating can totally change it. Forcing UT to maybe go out of their shell and go at the game would give you more opportunities. But now it's a different story, and the Mocs have to come out to try and play a team that I'm sure will try to be more defensive in this second half.
Well, as unfortunate as that score looks, there was some good news this week for Florida Southern College men's soccer as well as women's soccer. We will go ahead and credit both, but concentrate on the men since we're going to have a women's game here on Saturday night against Florida Tech. Both teams have earned their 8th consecutive United Soccer Coaches Team Academic Awards. Now, this is really important because, after all, soccer is part of the athletic program. Academics is part of the big program here at Florida Southern. The men's soccer team this year posted a 3.25 GPA, 3.18 in the fall and 3.31 in the spring from last year. 2 members of this team maintained a perfect 4.0 during the entire year. Nicola Sherris and Anton Lindbaum, Dylan Hansen, Jacob Lingveneris, and George Micheloff each earned a fall semester GPA of 4.0, and Alberto Diaz, Christoph Gums, Klaus Leon, and Martin Wall posted a 4.0 in the spring semester. You're a student here, Gino. You know how tough that is, and to combine that with athletics, that's quite an accomplishment.
Well, I know how tough it is to just be a student. But on that end, it's always student-athlete, and a lot of people preach that it's always student first and that the grades matter more. And for them, it's so tough. You have practices, sometimes multiple times a day, every day of the week sometimes. And then you travel for games. And for that, and to stay on top of your academics, it's really a testament for this team to be 8 consecutive years in a row for this school. And I think it's something you should be proud of.
Actually, I read here that they both have earned their 8th consecutive award. For the men, it's the 13th consecutive year that they've earned it. The women have done it 8. And like I said, we'll talk about the women and a lot of the accomplishments that they have had here during the spring and fall semesters last year here at Florida Southern. But our congratulations to the men's soccer team, 3.25 GPA as a team with a lot of people at a perfect 4.0. Well, time now for the Moccasin Hotspot. Will Zackerly, our director of video here at Florida Southern, is the interviewer, and the interviewee is the Mocs left back, Klaus Leland.
Hey Mocs fans, Will Zackerly here with another edition of the Mock Hot Seat. Today in the Mock Hot Seat we have Klaus Leland. Klaus, are you ready for the Mock Hot Seat?
Yes, I'm so ready. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. I've got 10 questions for you. Let's get right down to it. What actor would play you in a movie?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
How many holes are in a straw?
2.
What is your favorite song right now?
Dance Monkey.
The people want to know. Pineapple on pizza is?
It's actually alright. I don't have a big opinion on it.
It's actually all right. That's, I think, one of the best quotes we've heard from that. What is your favorite social media?
It's definitely Instagram.
All right. Would you rather face one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
That's a tough one, but I think I will go for the one guy. Yeah.
All right, but I've got to take on that one guy as a superhero. What's your name and who's your sidekick?
Super Leland, and my sidekick is Jacob Lingveneris.
Awesome. If you could live in any movie or TV show, what would it be?
Californication.
Nice. Klaus, what cheers you up?
My teammates cheers me up. Yeah.
And finally, what's the best part about Florida Southern?
I would say the weather and my teammates also. Yes.
Nice. Well, that's been the Mock Hot Seat. Thank you so much, Klaus, for joining us. Oh, he's just gonna. No, you wanna close it out? Yeah. Well, for FSCMocs.com, I'm Will, and this is Klaus, and we'll see you next time, Mocs fans.
Thank you.
All right, Will, thank you very much. Well, there's our halftime score. The Mocs down a goal to UT. Well, the Mocs women's golf team finished third this past week in the Golf Week Division II tournament up at Howie in the Hills. And for the Mocs, a little bit of a disappointment. They did have a lead in the tournament at one point. Amanda Gartrell, though, finished second overall, shot a 146 for 2 rounds, 72-74. And no change in the South region for women's cross country and men's cross country. The women are currently ranked fourth, and the men's fifth by the U.S. Track and Field Association, as well as the Cross Country Coaches Association. Well, Gino, as both teams now huddling around their respective coaches here, what do the Mocs have to do to get back in the second half?
They really just have to put shots on target for them to test the keeper. They've done everything else right. They've defended well, barring that one mistake, and they've created so many chances around the box. It's just missing that one final touch, and I feel like I've been saying this every game, that they're just missing that one final spark to score the goals. And it'll be interesting to see how they come out, especially with rain starting to pour down outside slightly.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, we're going to go ahead and step aside. We're going to step aside for a few minutes, but when we come back, we should be able to get second half action underway here at Moccasin Fields. Mocs down a goal. Let's see if they can get it back in the final 45. Don't go away. You're watching Moccasin's men's soccer right here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Welcome back to Moccasin Field. You can see the University of Tampa starting to come out, get ready for the start of the second half. Mocs just got back from the locker room. They are not too far away from coming out on the field, and we will have second half action for you. As we went to our break, the rain was coming down. It still is, but it seems like it's a little bit less than it was maybe 5-6 minutes ago. But, Gino, I think what that means is that we probably going to be looking at the second half with some water. And it'll be interesting to see. There's been water on this field a lot already in the last few days, like you said earlier. See how the field holds up. And I think it's going to do okay as long as you don't get a real hard rain.
Yeah, I think so. I think in terms of the field, it's in good condition. I think it's more so when you play the ball that the ball's going to skid a lot faster than you would expect. Yep. And when you play things like long balls and through balls, you have to take that into consideration. And when you shoot, it'll skid off your boot, and that might be good for the Mocs and maybe try and create something from far and take more long-distance shots and maybe try and catch that keeper off guard, especially in this rain.
Well, after tonight, the men will embark on a 3-game Sunshine State Conference road trip that is not easy. They're going to be at Florida Tech on Saturday night, and right now the Panthers are the top-rated team in the South region. A week from Saturday, they head to Barry down at Miami Shores, and then on the 23rd, they will be over at Eckerd in St. Petersburg. So Florida Tech, Barry, Eckerd on the road, 3 straight games. Gino, that is some kind of gauntlet.
That is a really tough away game schedule into hostile environments, especially against such strong teams. Nonetheless, you have to go in there and try and play for a result. You can't play up to or down to your opponent. You have to play your own game, and you have to try and go to all 3 and get a result out of those.
Yeah, and of course, first things first, being down a goal here against UT. They need this one here as well. Now, with the men gone, that means we'll have women's soccer for you, and that will begin on Saturday night when Florida Tech comes here. Now, they've had a postponement tonight against UT over in Tampa, so they're going to have to figure out where that's going to fit on the schedule because they're going to need to play all of their conference games. Well, as you can see, we are just about set. Mocs go left to right here in half number 2. Tampa will kick it off, and Mr. Salah, who came into the game for the Spartans, he will start the second half, and he will get the opportunity to take the opening kick here. For the final 45 minutes, there's a little bit of rain coming down, but not bad at the moment, and let's hope it stays just like that. Touch off the kick by Kraft, comes to the far right side for Morales, and he'll send it long down that right side. Again, Salah and Smith, those are the guys you got to watch, and that ball taken away momentarily by the Mocs, going to be won back by UT, and they're going to try to come down that left side. Could not do it. They were attempting once again for Roger Smith and couldn't get it to him, and now here's Appia. He'll go for Arazo, and let's see if the Mocs can get off to a good start here in the second half. And Gino, a good start they need.
Yeah, good to have the ball back, even though the other team had kickoff, but looks like the Mocs have the same starting lineup they did as they started the first half back on the pitch.
All the way back now for Arazo from Leland. And he'll come back for Federal, who kicks it back up the left side for Leland, trying to get it on target. Could not do it. And let's see, I believe to say the Mocs will get a throw.
And maybe just skim the right mid there just a bit to get a touch on.
This is Meehan trying to send it through for Capote, and that's cleared away very nicely that time by UT. That was Schultz Geisthovel doing the honors. And he comes over and gets this one and whacks it away as well. He's the Spartans team captain, junior out of Dresdenfurt, Germany, transfer out of Francis Marion University. Phillips will take the throw for the Mocs. He'll drop it back for Appia. And he'll square it for Erazo. And up it comes on that Mocs left side. Looking over there for Capote. Couldn't get it to him, and UT will get it back. Trying to send it in the middle where Phillips right there. And all the way back for Federal, and the Mocs will build. Here is Appia. He has had a lot of touches tonight. Down the left side for the overlapping Leland, but that's too much. And a throw-in coming up for the Spartans. Ingracias, who came out in the first half, is back in and will take the throw. Looking down that right touchline. We'll find Leland. Mocs get it back. Over there is Meehan. Meehan controlling. Through traffic, trying to send it into Lingvenaris. Couldn't do it. A missed kick there. This is Leland's shot taken over the top. Boy, tough break for the Mocs. Leland looked like he had a chance. But, boy, Gino, he just got his right toe a little bit too far under it.
Yeah, bad mistake by the Spartans there. Whipped on the clearance, and Leland pounced on it, but probably could have taken his time a little. Tried to get that power on that ball, but really in that position, all you need to do is curl it past the keeper onto that far post.
Yeah, Morales, he's had a very good first half, but he just didn't hit that one.
Yeah, luckily for him, nothing came out of it.
Here's Appia winning that long cross. Down the right side, on now, trying to run it down is Meehan. He gets it into the box, and, boy, it's cleared out. And the Spartans do a great job of keeping it in play. And now we got a foul called against the Mocs, and they're going to get Meehan for it. Good defensive play that time by Ezric Nichols coming over to help out there on that ball. So Richards will put it in play. Second half just underway, as you can see. Only a few minutes in. And it doesn't look like it's raining now at all. Well, let's knock on something. Let's hold it.
Yeah.
Let's hope, huh?
Just a little halftime drizzle to get that pitch nice and wet.
Back the other way. Spartans trying to control. That was Walker. Salah trying to get it as well, and Appia just sends it way over the touchline. Bouncing down around in front of us. And Nichols will get the throw. Down for Smith, or rather for Salah, and there's a foul going to be called on Diaz.
Yeah, got beaten, just brought his man down there. Good position for the Spartans to try and create something. We've seen earlier in that first half, they're really dangerous on the set piece, whether it's quick or taking their time, and they can really see if we can, let's see if they can draw something up here.
Yeah, this is Walker again. You see now they actually drew the circle there, so we know exactly where the ball's going to go. Leland is back. The required 10 yards. You have a real good look at it right there. You see what Walker sees, and he drops it off. That was a little bit of a surprise. Trying to go for Smith. He sends it into the box. That's headed up. And Mr. Appia says, no way. He gets it out. Mocs will get a throw far side. Surprised. I thought they were going in.
Yeah, looked like a good position. I'm a little confused. When you play that short, you want to take a quick, but the player took too many touches because usually on a set piece, you have the opportunity to swing the ball in with no one there to really contest you. So I think it's a bit of a waste to do that in that situation.
I would agree. Throwing coming up here now for the Mocs. Leland takes it. He'll get it back. He'll try to keep possession. Inside it comes to Mishalov and then cleared back out. So it is Mr. Appia once again looking for Lashiris. Nichols with him. The Schultz guy, Toval, will knock it back. And this is Lashiris keeping it for the Mocs. Back to Appia. Schultz, Guy, Stovall, and Morales playing that center back spot here for the University of Tampa and doing a nice job. Throw in Florida Southern. Quick throw by Diaz. Didn't wait. Man, turn, shot! Wide. And pretty far wide, actually. It's too bad. I thought he might have been able to get that one on frame.
Yeah, took a touch, turned his defender on his right foot. I thought he was going to just swing it into the box or something, but Mocs attempting some shots right here, but sometimes that's what you have to do to try and get back into this game.
Yep, no, that's true. That's true. So here's Richards now. He'll put it in play. Edge of his 6, and he bangs it away. Hits it well this time. Flicked on nicely by Salah. Trying to get Smith. Federal out. Ball will be crossed through, and there is not a black jersey in sight. It rolled across an open goal mouth and will wind up on the far side where the Mocs come back in a hurry and cover it up, and we'll get a throw. Whoa, how close were we to 2-0?
Really lucky for the Mocs there. Another mistake back. Federo comes out, gets rounded by Salah, and lucky for him, it hits that post and doesn't go in, but rather post and out. Lucky for them that no Spartan came running onto that back post just to tap it in.
And an errant play by Florida Southern on the far side. It's going to be a throw-in coming up now for the Spartans. Well, again, Salah really is fast, and he has shown it a couple times tonight, especially on the goal.
Yeah, really fast out of that first step, and you have to watch out, make sure he doesn't turn you, especially on a first touch.
Mocs coming back now down the left side, but it will cross the touchline over there. Who's going to get the throw? Looks like the Mocs will, and It's going to be taken quickly here by Meehan. And Capote trying to run on, but Tampa getting some possession. And Meehan gets fouled. He commits a foul and gets fouled. Unfortunately for him, he fouled first. So Tampa gets it back.
Yeah, when he got fouled, just out of play.
So a free kick coming up here for the Spartans. And once again, this is Walker on it. He's dangerous, but he's pretty far from goal here. And it will be a square pass coming in for Schultz-Geitovel towards the box, headed up. Spartans cannot run on. Diaz comes back to clear it out. And that is sent up by Nichols for UT. Big hop. Diaz with a header on it. Spartans knocked it down, but comes back to the Mocs, and it'll be cleared away from Meehan, who was trying to go forward with it. And a quick throw to Appy, and the Mocs will put it back in play. He'll go to Erazo. We'll go the other way. Appy coming up, now center of the park. Still looking. Guys are moving, but he finally finds an open man. That's Lashiras. His pass deflected away and won by UT. That is Walker. Took it away now down the left touchline. Trying to find Salah over there, and Phillips equal to the task, and it'll be a throw in for the Spartans. Looks like Salah is there. Is he going to take it or not? Nichols is saying, yeah, go ahead. Back into the middle. Walker with a touch through. Mock's going to win it back. Let's see. Florida Southern now going to try to counter. Coming through there is Meehan. Knocked away. Boy, a nice defensive play there. Walker got a touch. Salah drops it back. And down the right touchline come the Spartans. Nice play by Minetti over there to keep possession. Walker, center of the park for Kraft. Left side for Nichols. Left touchline for Salah. Nichols again. Mocs chasing a little bit here. Knocked away, and the Mocs will get a throw. Phillips takes it quickly to Appia. And Appia coming forward. Dropped off. Can Florida Southern control? It comes to Lashiras down in front of us. Down the right touchline. Here is Lingvaneris. He's going to get it into the box. He sends it through. It goes off the foot. It looks like of Schultz-Geitovel, and the Mocs will get a corner.
Good ball through. Lingvaneris tries to square it across to face a goal, but defender there to get that touch in out for a corner.
And Leland's going to come over to take it again. An in-swinger here for Florida Southern. Boy, the Mocs can sure use one here. Let's see what they want to do. Looks like Lashiras is showing short corner. But I would imagine Leland's going to take it. Sure looks that way. Hands up. And away we go. Far post. Phillips tried to get onto it, but it's going to go the other side. Ooh, they're going to call a pushing foul. Whoa. Inside. I thought the Mocs had another corner coming up, and instead it goes back to UT.
Yeah, just a little bit of a shove in the back from Phillips there. Referee deemed it enough to give them the free kick in their own box.
So Richards puts it back in play. And he hits this one pretty well. He's hit a few really well here since starting off a little slowly in that area. Across the touchline, far side. Throw in coming up here for the Spartans. Gracias over there. Front of his own bench. And all the way down. And Appia heads it out. Another throw coming up. A little over a half hour remaining in regulation play. Well, I know the Mocs do not want this thing to end on the mistake. That cost them a goal. Headed down. Can the Mocs run on? And Meehan's got it. Now he gets it into Lingvaneris and cleared out nicely there by Morales. But it'll come to Lashiras. Had a little bit of room. Salah back to help out. left to right diagonal. That is not going anywhere, and I think it was deflected, so the Mocs ought to get a throw. And I think they're going to let Phillips come up and take it. They want to get bodies in the box. And you can see what Phillips is looking at. He's got a chance to get it in there, and there it is, but headed all the way back out by UT. And cleared back up the field where Appia right at midfield controls it for the Mocs. He's going back in. Lingvaneris flings it down for Meehan. Meehan's got a look, takes a shot, and once again, just high and wide to the right. And it'll be a goal kick coming up here for the Spartans. And it looks like Walker is down, and good sportsmanship there by Meehan to help him back up. Boy, he cranked it. We had a good look at that one.
Good opportunity. Tried to go for that near post of power, but just a little over the bar. If I were the Mocs, I'd be trying to get some of these opportunities on target. Like I said, you really need to test the keeper.
There's Appia with another header. Flicked on by Meehan. Lashiris trying to go into the middle for Lingvaneris. And that's going to be cleared out by Morales. Oh, we got a foul called. Yeah, I don't think it's a penalty kick, but it's going to be a good free kick. It's going to go against Schultz-Geistovell, and the Mocs are going to have a free kick in great position.
Yeah, I think referee tried to let play on for advantage for Lingvaneris, but after that ball went out, I think the call was handball right on the edge. We'll see what's happening here.
You can see where it is. Again, the box is 18 away, so I guess we'll call it about 21, 22 yards. Spartans, you can see, are setting a 5-player wall, and Mr. Korick, our referee, will back them up, and they're going to have to be behind that line. You can see Lingvaneris on it. You can see Leland on it. Boy, Gino, the way this thing is set up, it looks to me like, boy, Leland could curve that thing over the wall, and he could really get that thing in. You can see Richards going to that left side a little bit to check it out.
It's either a curler, but if Lingvaneris takes it, I'm guessing all power.
Well, there he is. There's the power, and it's blocked by the wall. Back for Appia. He tries to get it through. Spartans will get it back. And, they're going to say the Mocs will get it. They said it was deflected out, and so Florida Southern will get it back on a throw. I'd like to have seen the curl instead. It's hard to power through a wall like that.
Yeah, so many bodies in the box, but tried it.
So a throw for Henry Phillips. He said, let's just get this thing going, and there's Appia with it. Finds Irazo. Irazo goes to Leland. Spartans cover up. Up for Meehan, who touches it forward. Lingvaneris couldn't get there, and Schultz-Geistovell clears it out. All the way to Federal. Again, as you can see, pretty long way to go, but we are coming up on the half-hour mark remaining here as Lingvaneris gets ahead on him. Morales touches it down, but right to Lashiris. Lashiris keeps possession for Diaz, and no one there. Going to be won back by UT. That was Travis Foster who got it. And now back down it comes for UT, and on the move is Kraft. Now he'll hold, and he'll look back. He'll find Walker. And to the right side for Gracias. A nice cut inside by Gracias. And the Mocs they'll go to the right side, rather. And here it comes into the box. Or close. That is Smith. And that is Appia coming over to make a play. Great play by Appia. Foster Appia made the big one there for Florida Southern. Meehan trying to run it down. It is a battle, and Meehan going to win it momentarily. If that's not a foul, I don't know what is. And a good call by the official. And the quick restart for the Mocs. This is Lingvaneris, and it's cleared away from him. Mocs to get a corner. So end-to-end action here right now, and Florida Southern with another corner kick coming up, their fourth of the game. And again, this is Leland territory. Boy, they need one here. Under 30 to go now here in regulation play. Klaus Leland is going to have a good look at things. Let's see where he wants to go. Back post, headed up by UT, out, I think. Let's see. We're going to get another corner here. Yes, we are. We'll go the other way. And Lashiris is going to come over to take it. It'll be number 5 in the game for Florida Southern.
Yeah, almost every corner I've seen Florida Southern take have been some sort of set piece designed for a long one onto the back post.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to see if they can switch it up or if they keep going back to it.
Well, here's Lashiris. That's right in the heart of the goal. Looked like Richards got a hand on it, punched it out. Phillips sent it back in, and it's cleared back out by UT. So the Mocs will get a throw. Down the left touchline, looking for Diaz over there, I think. Mocs will get it back. A little bit of a break there. And Leland up to take it one more time. For Diaz. Trying to flick it through. Can't do it. Spartans clear it up. This is Erazo. And he comes all the way back for Fedora. Look how far out he is. Well, why not? Sent long up the middle. No one there. Except Sure Skystovel. Sends it back down for UT. Throw in Mocs. Up again for UT. This is Erazo going to try to run it down. Well, he had Salah with him. And look at Salah coming. And that will force Fedora to send it way back up. That's a pretty good ball. Morales hits it high into the air, and I mean high. Nice job by Mishalov. Got a head on it and sent it forward. We got a Spartan down. They're going to stop the clock. And let's see who that is. It's in the position of Gracias, but we'll see. And the clock is stopped here with 27:20 remaining. But, you know, the Mocs have had their chances. I mean, 5 corner kicks in the match. You would hope that they would get something positive, and most of the time they really have not.
Yeah, the way it's set up looks good, and the delivery looks like a good one. It's just a lot of times the ball gets flicked over back post, and it's sent across, and then it's just missing that one final touch. Like almost every chance the Mocs have, it's missing that one player just to run onto the ball and tap it into the net.
Yeah, and they've had a couple of good shots. I'm thinking of a couple by Meehan that he's hit some rockets, but they have not been on target, even though they've been reasonably close. But they got to get them on.
Yeah, they're close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
And the closest one coming off the crossbar down, and you'd feel unlucky not to score that, but the tail of the tape is that you're 1-0 down, and you have to start testing that keeper.
Yeah, that was early in the first half when he really hit a bullet off the crossbar, and Ling Veneris had a chance to follow up on the rebound with a header and just hit it wide. So it looks like the injured player is up and walking off the field, and it is Gracias. And certainly hope he's okay. Spartans will make a sub, obviously. See if they make the same sub they did in the first half. Gracias came out. And we'll see if the Mocs have made any. I don't think so. We're still waiting to see. It looks like we'll be getting back to play here momentarily. And Gracias standing over there. Now we'll see whether, in fact, he wants to come back in. He can. And it looks like, well, we'll have to wait and see who the sub came in. Far side of the field. And it'll come back here for Richards to put it back in play. So play resumes. You can see the clock starting again. Salah coming out and Becker coming in here for UT. Becchio in for the first time. Loke Abreu, my mistake. Abreu in his third game this year for the Mocs, or for the Spartans rather. This is Becker trying to get a touch on it, and that's Capote. Dropping it off, Michelo. Capote turns. That's a nice move. Capote going forward. Still with it. Going to crank it. Shot blocked. Coming right back at him. And right down the left side comes UT. And here comes Mr. Smith. Mocs get back in a hurry with Michelo and Phillips. Smith holding people off. And we got a foul called on the Mocs. Boy, a good cut by Capote. I thought he had something going there.
Yeah, great one, too, there with Mishalov, but got that turn, but tried to get that shot off, but blocking there for the Spartans to prevent that goal.
Yeah, it looked like Schulz-Geistovel, but it was hard to tell. Here's Walker. He'll go far post. Fedora out. He punches it up. Didn't get it out. Headed down, going to the far side. Sent back in on a roll and cleared back out by Phillips. Mocs trying to run it down, can't do it. That was Schultz Geistovil making a play, sending it back up. Here is Appia. Will send it across the touchline where the Spartans will get a throw and Nichols will take it. Spartans still lead by the goal. Scored at the 42-46 mark by Salah on an errant mock pass. See what Nichols wants to do. Straight forward, down inside for Smith. Got it off. Trying to make a cut. It's Foster. Mox win it back. Florida Southern needs a good counter. Capote. A lot of black jerseys around him, so he gets rid of it. To Appia. Foster with it. Straight forward for Mishalov. Back for Appia again. Mox playing from behind. Good show that time by Capote. Got it back. Thank you. Yeah. Left side for Leland, right?
Right off the referee, a little too involved in the match.
A little bit too much. Well, that happens sometimes. Spartans trying to come back the other way. There's Capote coming over to make a steal from Becker. Capote and Becker still going at it. Now Capote down that left side, trying to get it inside there for Leland, and back out it comes. Now the Spartans with a chance. Phillips takes Smith down, and he'll get a foul. Phillips tried to come up and actually get the ball, and I think he may get himself a card. He's being called over by Mr. Korick, our referee. Smith not happy with it.
Smith does well, uses his body to shield it and looks to turn, and nothing Phillips could do but just clip his ankles.
Yeah, they're talking to him, and right now I don't know if they're going to pull one. Nope, Mr. Korick says nope, that's okay. And that's a nice job, too, by Smith. Just patted him on the back.
Yeah, referee gives one final warning. I think the thing is that intent wasn't really there, so referee keeps the card in his pocket.
Schultz Geistovil gets rid of it here now for Walker. And down the left side for the overlapping Nichols, but Lashiris with him and flicks to Appia, and Appia says, let's take it back the other way. There's Schultz Geistovil. He's wearing that armband tonight for UT. Walker sent it down for Nichols and Smith. Smith has been quiet since the opening minutes. That's because they've been all over him. And is he going to draw a corner? Yes, he will. So that's what he wanted to do. Roger Smith draws the corner here. He's a senior, by the way, out of Portmore, Jamaica. And Mr. Walker coming over to take it. And he's been good on these.
Yeah, the Spartans look threatening every time they get a set piece, whether it's a corner or a free kick. We'll see if that changes this time around.
You can see the box. You don't see any black jerseys. Now you see him coming in. There's the back post. It's over the end line, and we got a pushing foul before the play, so the Mocs will get it back. Fedorl will just start it in a hurry for Appia. No long kick this time for Phillips. Roger Smith over with him. And for Appia again. Drops it back for Diaz. A little slow. That time Appia gets it forward. Looking for Lingvaneris. Didn't get it to him. Spartans win it back. Cross for Walker into the middle. Nice touch, but he gave it right back to the Mocs. Here is Diaz. He's looking now. This is Meehan. Cleared on the left side. Mocs got a rebound. Here comes Capote. Trying in for Klaus Leland. Shot blocked. Boy, they crank it. We got a Spartan player down. Capote going to send it into the box. Mitchell off the header, and down goes Richards making the play. And they're going to quickly stop the game. You know, I thought for a second there, Gino, they were going to stop it before that play, but it was really an advantage by the Mocs. It would have been a tough call right there.
Yeah, hard for the referee to blow for stop, especially when Florida Southern have the ball in the final third. I would have been really surprised if he did. But good cross from Capote into the middle. Mishalov just a little far for a header. But I think he maybe had the time of space to, if he noticed his surroundings, to maybe take a touch or maybe just hit it towards goal. But tested the keeper there, and next step is to maybe try and get on the boards.
Well, you can see the clock is stopped at the 22:20 mark.
I think that's the same time it stopped in the first half.
Yeah, pretty close to it, as I recall. Looks like the Spartan training staff and head coach Adrian Bush out there to check on his injured player. We'll let you know who that is after we see what is going on there. The player is trying to slowly get up here, and it looks like it's Minetti. Looks like it's Marcus Minetti. It's the injured player, so they'll have to make a sub here. Again, don't forget, the Mocs women will be here on Saturday night to take on Florida Tech. That will be our next soccer broadcast here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. The women's game tonight at the University of Tampa was postponed because of inclement weather. We've been lucky so far.
Very lucky. It's been nice weather.
Yep.
Nice and chilly.
Yeah, a little better, actually, I guess, for the players on the field. And the good news I hear is that it's going to get drier, but it's also the humidity is going to go away a little bit.
Yeah,
so that'll make things really nice. Let's hope so anyway.
Yeah, we've had 3 days of nonstop rain, really. But I don't think the players are complaining.
Well, Capote's coming out. It looks like, let's see who they bring back in here. Yeah, it's looked like Vincent coming back. So Capote will sit. Vincent will play the right side. And it will be sent up by Richards, and now he's really goal kicking it well. And that's Appia sent it right back down. The chest was by Ling Veneris for Meehan. Oh, he dropped it back almost a little bit wide for Vincent, but Vincent got it back. This is Diaz, had it kicked away from him, and here comes Becker for UT. Julian Becker with it, sending it forward, and nobody going. Federo will get it. And he'll get it back out for Phillips.
A good opportunity there for the Spartans to counter, but tries to take the touch across and play it over the top, but just no awareness there to really see where your teammates are. Just tries to flick a ball over the top and not realizing no one's making that run.
Yeah, Nichols sent it straight up into the air. Diaz probably got away with a little bit of a shove. He'll get it back. And now the Mocs will get it on a free kick. That's a pretty good situation for Florida Southern. And Diaz starts it quickly for Leland. Comes up for Lashiris, now playing over on the left. And all the way back for Erazo. And for Appia. Foster near midfield. Trying to come forward with it. Will. Finds Michalov. Appia sends it far down the left side. That is a great ball. Going inside for Ling Veneris. In the box. Dropped back off. This is Lashiris. Tries to send it in on a near post save. What a curl in by Lashiris. And fortunately for the Spartans, Richards read it well.
Yeah, usually a cross, you don't want it that close to the keeper, but the way it curls almost into that top near corner where you almost never see, and if he wasn't on top of his game.
That would have been something, wouldn't it?
If he wasn't on top of his game, good awareness from the keeper to just keep it out the net and not spill it onto the oncoming players.
You would think that a ball like that could be easily dropped and a rebound could be right there for the taking. Appy is trying to move people forward. You saw him motion a little bit there. He gets into the offensive half. You don't see that much. Leland down the left side gives it up for Lashiris over there, and he sent it behind Leland, and it'll be a throw for UT. Spartans making a couple more subs. We'll get them for you here as soon as we can. And it looks like the Mocs not subbing at the moment.
Looks like Abreu back out on that right side.
Yes, he is. Abreu is in. So, all right, so coming in is Ronnie Mingus for the first time for Tampa, and Becchio is out. And we saw Abreu into the game for the Spartans, and he'll be up top. And the last time that happened, Mr. Smith dropped back a little bit. We'll see whether or not that takes place here. Throw in Diaz for Leland. For Ling Veneris. For Lashiris. For Michalov. He lost it. Back the other way. Quickly come the Spartans. This is Smith. Knocked away. Mocs get it back with Appia. He's coming to midfield. He's coming down the right side. Finds Taylor Vincent. Vincent going to tee it up towards the box. Ling Veneris tried to get a foot on it. Couldn't get there. Diaz will come up. Try to make a play against Foster, and they're going to call a foul on Diaz, and I don't think he likes that one too much. I'm not sure I do either.
No, a little bit of a shove, but there's the physicality in the game that you should let play on, but the ref not tolerating it, gives a free kick.
Yeah, I see Jason Carlson probably not real happy with that one either, the Mocs head coach. So this will give Richards a chance to really boom it down there if he wants to. And while the clock is not yet a factor, it's starting to get there. There is the Richards goal kick, and that is across the touchline. Who's going to get a throw? It looks like UT will get it. And Becker's going to take it. Yep, let's check that. It's going to be Nichols instead. So this is the part of the game where you can time waste a little bit if you want to.
Referee did a good job. Stop the clock.
He sure did. Back the other way. Smith inside, trouble. Cleared out by the Mocs. Set all the way back up as far as they can. Meehan got a touch. One back by Morales. To Walker, to Nichols. Walker again. Mocs trying to put some pressure on him. Morales says, let's just get it out of here. One big hop. Federo will get it. Salah was there. Federo had him beat. So the Mocs keeper looking and just going to go right for Phillips. And for Appia. Boy, how many touches has Appia had tonight?
Really involved in this game, especially in build-up play. And also defensive clear since almost first time.
Yeah.
Always him. So assertive in the air today.
Yeah, it seems like he's had a lot more than Erazo tonight, and that hasn't always been the case.
It might be, not sure if it's a play style, everything forcing left, or if he's just more involved. You remember last year, the 1-0 game that Florida Southern won in UT was an absolute banger from Appia out on almost a half volley from way outside the box. So maybe this means a little more to him.
Well, we've got a Mock player injured on the field, so the clock again is stopped. And they're going to have to go check on the injured player. I want to say it's Ling Veneris because I don't see him. And it looks like it is. Well, hopefully he'll be okay. Head coach Jason Carlson coming into your screen there.
A long line of injury history, so fingers crossed that he's okay. Definitely want to see him stay out on the pitch for this team, especially because he's so important.
Well, both he and Meehan look like they're really, really good strikers, but they just haven't been able to connect. I'm thinking that once they score a goal, doesn't matter who they're going to play, they're going to come in bunches.
Yeah, it's just they haven't been able to break that duck so far.
So we'll see whether the Mocs, looks like they're going to make a sub here.
It looks like
it looks like Daniel Miranda coming back in. His 8th career game. He is a youngster, only a freshman out of Winter Haven Christian, not too far from here. Back the other way now. Meehan trying to get a touch on it. And down the left side. And Appia will get a head on it. And we'll hit it out. And it'll be a throw for UT. Mocs trying to pressure as much as possible. Nichols will take the throw, and UT will make a sub. So Becker will come back out, and Josh McGrath coming in. His 8th game this year for UT, 1 goal this year. Good look at Nichols. He's got the throw here. And throws it well. Who's going to win it? Vincent got a touch on it for the Mocs. Michalov did too. Oh, how about that little back pass? Tremendous pass that time by Miranda. UT trying to get it back. Mocs make a play, and that should be a foul, and will be. And UT unhappy with the call. Tim Kraft got it. So Appy is going to say, let's get it going. Here's Erazo. Santiago down the left side for Leland. Let's check that. Back out. Towards the box. Meehan trying to get loose. Towards the end line. What do we have? Let's see. Corner kick, Florida Southern. So this will be Lashira's territory. I just got a good feeling on this one. Don't ask me why. I got it. Now we'll see whether I know what I'm talking about. So let's see what Lashira's can do. High into the air. Flicked up. Touchdown. Shot taken. Go! Go! Florida Southern! A great goal by Taylor Vincent, and we're all even at 1. And I get some credit on that one.
Yes, sir. No commentators cursed this time around. Free kick goes in, bounced out. Great layoff from his teammate there, and hits the first time with his left. No chance for his keeper. Just uses the inside of his boot, and great pace, great accuracy. And that's all you need, a shot on target sometimes. And we are level here at Moccasin Field.
Vincent's first goal this year, his 3rd career goal at Florida Southern. He's a junior out of Nashville, his 31st career game, but he's only made 2 starts for the Mocs. So that tells you that he's been kind of a super sub for this team, and boy, he paid off tonight. And if you think about it, Tampa's goal came by a sub, Salah.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of times, especially with rolling subs in college NCAA rules, you have a lot of these players that come on and inject energy into your team, and Vincent has done that tonight with that goal, and we'll see what happens with the rest of this game with 15 minutes left. I'd be surprised of anything less than an electric finish.
Back down the other way and cleared out by Iraza. Well, I'll say one thing. I don't think I'll make any more predictions. I'm sitting pretty well right now.
Yeah, quit while you're ahead.
That's right. Exactly. See, it's going to be a goal kick coming up here for the Mocs. And this will be put in play by Fedoril. Game even now. Now we can talk a little bit about overtime. Remember, in college soccer, you would play 2 sudden death 10-minute overtime periods, if in fact it happens. Mocs have had 3 ties, so they've been busy in overtime this year. And there's another chance. And they're going to call a foul. That Miranda taking one from deep. In fact, the Mocs have played 4 overtimes this year. Free kick by Schultz Geisthovel. And he'll let it go for Richards. And he can hit this one a long way. And he does. That's going to get to the other box. Fedoril will make a one-hop play on it. And hold on.
Keeper-to-keeper play. You don't see that too often in games.
So now, with the game level, the Mocs can go for the winner. And boy, would that be a huge, huge victory for Florida Southern. This is Appia and Phillips. Phillips gives it up. Diaz. Down the left side. Mocs on the move. Leland to the end line. Crossed in, headed back up by Schultz Geisthovel. Flicked back out that time by McGrath. Sent high into the air by the goal scorer, Taylor Vincent. And out Richards makes the play. Well, I also said another thing earlier, and let's see if I'm right. I said once they break it, the goals should start to come. Now, we'll see whether that's the case, whether it be tonight or later on.
Yeah, this team doesn't score too many goals in all their games this season, but we'll see. Sometimes all you need is that one.
This is Appia. Near midfield. Kicked away by Schultz Geisthovel, and here come the Spartans back the other way with McGrath, and his pass is too long, and Phillips will get a throw.
There's that little dip on the field. Puts that pace on the ball, and it just goes right up, out of bounds.
This is Appia, and boy, has he been busy. Long one down the left side. Sherris, he finds Leland. Into the box. Far post, no one there, but coming back in. Schultz Geisthovel with a very nice touch for UT to get it out of trouble. That's why he's wearing the captain's armband. Looked very composed on that play. Spartans trying to counter. How about Appia stepping in front? Appia coming forward. Play on is the call. Appia goes down. Still has it. Nobody there on the left side. There's Meehan going to run it down if he can. Meehan's got it. Meehan into the box. Shot. Deflected. Corner kick, Florida Southern. And you know what? That might have been on target. It's hard for us to tell. We got guys down here. We got a yellow card.
Looks like it's Tim Kraft. I'm guessing it's the challenge on Appia before he blew the whistle and played advantage.
Yeah, I guess. But it'll be a corner. Lashiris is going to come over to take it. Last one was successful. Let's see what this one does. You have a good look at it right there with us. Lashiris will tee it up.
A yellow card has been issued to number 23, Tim Cross of the University.
And our official, Mr. Korick, is saying, nobody's playing until I say so. And there's the whistle. Here we go. High back post again. Flicked in and cleared out. Up over the top. Goal kick, Tampa. And I think we'll get a Spartan sub, looks like. Coming out will be Abreu. And coming in will be the Spartan goal scorer, Salah. Amgad Salah. And there's the kick by Richards. Mocs win the 50-50, headed back up by McGrath. Meehan had it touched away. Mishalov couldn't get it. McGrath won it back. Stepped up. That's Leland. Nice touch. Lashiris trying to get down the left side. Miranda can't get there, but it'll be a throw-in for the Mocs. And Leland will take it. Mishalov for Leland. Leland splits two. Goes through. Down the left side. Lashiris battling. Flag up. Oh, they get Lashiris for the foul. When I say flag up, the official on the other side was trying to make the call. Matthew Meyer, our junior assistant referee, was trying to alert Mr. Kurick to a foul. Free kick, Tampa. And Mr. Kurick is having some words again with Florida Southern, it looks like. And maybe what you said earlier, maybe those players are a little close over there.
Yeah, I got to make sure, especially your bench, don't do anything out of character to maybe get a yellow.
Long one down. Flicked right back up. Can Meehan get on? Can't quite get it, but the Mocs get it back with Miranda. Miranda for Taylor Vincent, the goal scorer. Down the right side. Nichols with him. Vincent trying to go to the end line. Nichols slipped. Ball cleared back out. Coming right back at Taylor Vincent. He'll drop it back for Phillips. And Phillips drops it back for Appia. Appia can tee it up if he wants to. Going to go to the far side. Going to send Leland on over there. And it will go one hop to Leland. Travis Foster trying to run it down over there. And Tampa gets it back. And now one back by Lashiris for Leland. Into the box. Miranda trying to get ahead on it. And Schultz Geisthovel does instead and gets it out. Here's Leland. Far side. Mocs throw. Back it comes. Erazo for Appia. Foster in the offensive half. Sent it down the right wing for Vincent. Inside, knocked back out. Smith trying to run on. He does. O.J. Smith with a nice touch, but Phillips read it. For Appia. Phillips almost got in his way. Now Tampa got it back. Now he got Smith. And he's got some room. Smith. Knocked away by the Mocs. Great defensive play by Florida Southern, and now back the other way. Can the Mocs keep it in? They do. We'll go the other way. Mishalov down the right side, trying to get Meehan. Schultz Geisthovel with him, and Meehan commits the foul. Boy, for a second there, I thought Mr. Smith had some room.
Yeah, I think ran on, but Erazo did the good thing. He waited, didn't look at his feet, and he just knew he was going to cut in, makes a good tackle, and the score stays the same because of him.
So big-time play by Santiago Erazo. Here's Smith again. Looking long are the Spartans. That's Appia. Boy, when he heads it, he clears it. Schultz Geisthovel hits it way straight up. That's two guys getting ahead on it. Meehan going to try to run it down. Schultz Geisthovel there as well. Meehan and Schultz Geisthovel. Meehan, can he get through? He does. Meehan in the box, rolls it in. Drop back. Mishalov shot just wide. Did he get a hand on it? No. Let's see. Is he pointing corner? I think he did. I think he's pointing corner. Richards gets a save here. Let's see. We got a Spartan player on the ground. Yeah, they're going to give the Mocs a corner, so we got to call that a save by Richards off Mishalov.
Great opportunity there. Tries to put it the same spot Taylor Vincent did, but this time the team up to the challenge. Not sure if it was a save or a block, but either way, it didn't end up in the back of the net. And now we have Leland try to swing one in.
Yeah, and Walker was the guy who was down, but he is back up. Well, here we go, Leland. That's a good one, and right into Richards. Boy, tough break. Thought if that had been another, yard out, that'd have been a good one.
Yeah.
Long one by Richards. Trying to come all the way down that right side looking for Salah. That's too far.
Had the numbers, almost like a 4-on-2 counterattack if it stayed in, but once again, he kicks it right out.
So Leland coming over to get a throw here. Time becoming a factor here. And again, overtimes are nothing new for Florida Southern. Mocs have played 4 this year. 3 that ended in ties and 1 that ended with a Mocs win down at Nova. Headed right back out that time by Morales. Looking long, and that's going to be way off. And it'll be a goal kick coming up here for UT. Or a throw, rather, my bad. So Nichols will take it, but they have a second ball on the field. Mocs want to keep it down in this end. They want to put... Looks like Tampa's getting Becker back into the game. And maybe Max Brennan coming in for the first time.
Yeah, taking the necessary precautions to either see out for overtime or get that win right now.
Meehan tried to get it, but it's going to come all the way back to Leland. Leland for Lashiris, who dropped it off. This is Michalov. He takes the shot, and Richards covers it up. Pretty far out. One hopper for Richards.
Yeah, didn't get enough power on it, but good idea sometimes. You can catch a keeper off guard with that shot.
Back down towards the middle. McGrath gets a touch over Diaz. Now looking down the left side, looking for Smith over there. That's Phillips. Phillips cleared it out. Smith will get a throw here for UT. Coming up on the final 5 here in regulation, Nichols will take it. He'll get it back in. This is Kraft. He'll drop it back for Schultz Geistobel. And he gets it down for Nichols to Smith. To McGrath, sending it through to send Kraft through, but it comes back out. Headed up by Morales for UT. Miranda trying to get on for the Mocs, couldn't quite do it. Leland steps up, tries to make a play, knocks it off to the left side. And we got a throw coming up on that far side. Looks like the Mocs will get Capote back in. And maybe Leland coming out. Let's see. Well, Leland just gets the throw. Capote for Miranda is the sub. So a throw-in coming up here. And our clock is stopped.
Yeah, it just looks like a bad hit. Tim Kraft and Apia went, and Apia cleared it, but just the impact of it left him on the ground. He's a little limping. I think it's his right ankle out there. But he looks like he's fine, jogging it off.
So the Mocs should get a throw and play resumes. And you can see Apia and Kraft giving the glad hands there. Kraft only a freshman. Kraft only a freshman here. He comes off. He'll get back on, I would think, quickly. Here is Michalov dropping for Leland. Michalov again dropping back. Erazo for Apia. Trying to lead Phillips. Let's see. He will. Here comes Phillips. He's got Vincent to his right, but he goes into the box. Back heel for Phillips. Cleared back out by UT. And what a slide tackle by Diaz. Throw in coming up for the Spartans. But it looked like Mr. Smith might have been off to the races.
Yeah, time to perfection.
Nichols with the throw. Flicked on. Michalov trying to come down the right side. Nice touch inside by me. And who's going to run it down? It will not be run down. It will be over the end line. It'll be a goal kick coming up. Again, a little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, I tried to play that through down the line, but Capote just looking to flash inside instead.
So the goal kick by Richards. The Taylor Vincent goal has got us all even. That's Apia. And that's Nichols right back at you. Now Michalov. Back heel. Spartans win it back. Sent back down on the pass by Max Brennan. Gets his first touch. Meehan tried to flick it on. UT wins it back again with Kraft. Kraft holding it. Cuts it back. Sends it long. And it's no one there. Salah went down, and I don't know whether he slipped or whether he got pushed.
I think he was looking at the ref, looking maybe for a shove, but referee knows better than that.
Here's Apia. Drops it for Phillips. Apia again. Comes up. Mishalov. Extends it out for Arazo, and now Appia again. Appia looking. Leads Phillips. Capote, who moved over. Flicks it far side. UT wins it. Not a good ball. Spartans coming back the other way. This is Becker. He stood him up. Miranda coming back to help out. Or rather, that's Erazo. And Erazo won the ball and got it back. Erazo down the left side. This is Meehan. Meehan looking. Finds Taylor Vincent. Vincent, lob toward the box. No one there. Richards gets there. Erazo was coming up, but not nearly in time. So we are in the final 2 minutes. We may be looking at overtime. We will see. Here is Nichols. We'll get the return pass. That's a nice 1-2 with Smith. Roger with it. To the end line. Phillips trying to get it away from him. Over the end line. What do we got? Corner kick, Tampa. Mox will need to defend as Roger Smith draws the corner for UT. Corner kick number 5 in the match. And how about this for shots? 26-5 Florida Southern. 12-2 shots on goal. 10 saves for Jake Richards. And we're sitting here tied at 1.
Busy night. Hats off to the keeper on the Spartan side. Jake Richards keeping them in the game really today.
Corner kick, you can see, off to our left here on the near side. Let's see the corner. Well, it looks like Capote coming out. And Ian McIntosh back in for the Mocs. Here's the corner. Mocs need to defend it. Federal knocked it back out, and there was a foul inside. So we got a Mock player down. Looks like Appia maybe. And so the clock is continuing to run. I'm a little surprised. He's been very good. Mr. Cork's been very good about stopping the clock. But he's just letting it go. Now he stops it.
Better late than never.
Yeah, I guess. And it looks like he's attending to Mr. Appia himself.
30 seconds left. Looks like one last attack.
And fortunately, the good guys have it. Let's see what they can do. And let's hope Appy is okay, because it looks like we've got a little bit more time left in this thing.
Appy out there holding his right shoulder.
Yeah, he sure is. So Federal's going to put it in play, I think. Yeah, Appy is coming off. That's not a good sign. That right shoulder sagging a little bit. Oh, boy, what a game he has had.
Yeah. One of the players of the game, in my opinion. Kept the score as to what it is. Almost won every header. 30 seconds left. But overtime looming in this game.
And we'll have to see whether he's able to come back. That's the big key here. Florida Southern will have to put a sub in. We think. Now, he just may stay there and say, I'm okay, coach, but we'll find out. There he is. He's okay. Back the other way. Mox with one last shot here. Oh, they're going to say a foul. Mox is going to get a free kick, and they better hurry up. We've got 20 seconds. Appia, he looks pretty good to me. He's going to take that. He lobs it towards the box. Flicked on accidentally by Tampa. Can the Mocs keep it in? No, they cannot. Boy, Mason Comer, who just came in, tried to get it and couldn't do it. Now Appy is going to sit down on the center of the park. And we have come to the end of regulation here tonight at Moccasin Field. Now, the way it works is that there will be a 5-minute break between now and the start of the first overtime period. And if it's still tied at the end of the opening 10 minutes, there will be a 2-minute break. And then we will see where we are at that point for the final 10 minutes. And again, if it's tied after 20, we're all tied, and we'll go home with that score as it stands right now. So why don't we go ahead and step aside for maybe a minute or two here. We'll come back, get you some in-game statistics, and we'll be ready to go with that first overtime period. Don't go away. It's been a good one here at Moccasin Field. You're watching Moccasin's men's soccer on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Welcome back to Moccasin Field. Overtime about ready to begin. You can see the Mocs to your right, the University of Tampa Spartans to your left. Our game is all even at 1 with Gino Chu. I'm Jim Henderson. Let's go ahead and take a look at these regulation game statistics. And it is dominated by Florida Southern, Gino. No question about that.
Yeah, 26 shots, but also 12 on target, but 10 saves from Tampa, keeping them in it. So we'll see how this start of overtime goes down, but all to play for, as you know, and if you don't know, it's golden goal, which means if you score, it's like a walk-off.
Well, you can look again. 2 shots on goal for the Spartans had, let's see, 26-5. I think the shots on goal were opposite. I think it's 12-2 in favor of Florida Southern. Tampa with only 2 shots on goal, 1 save and 1 goal. So the Spartans offensively didn't do a whole lot, but boy, when they did, they were pretty strong.
Yeah, they look good going forward, and they show you why they're 4th in the conference right now. Definitely no slouches in terms of the game, but Florida Southern looked dominant, and I'd be disappointed to not have ended the game after 90 minutes, but now it's their chance to go into overtime with the scores tied for them to maybe get a win out of this one.
Again, 5th overtime this year for Florida Southern. They have had 3 ties against Montevallo, a scoreless tie, against Palm Beach Atlantic, a 1-1 tie, and at Rollins, a 2-2 tie. And the one that they won was at Nova by a 2-1 count. So the Mocs are 1-0-3 in overtimes this year. So they're used to it, but I'll tell you what, as we were watching both teams just sort of get ready for the start of this thing, there were a lot of tired guys.
Yeah, it's been a really physical, fast-paced game. And even though you're not in typical Florida hot weather with a nice breeze out there, I'm sure all those players out there are feeling it right now.
Well, the Mocs will get it to start the first 10-minute overtime period. Mr. Meehan will be on the ball. We don't see Ling Veneris out there. We see Appy out there, and he's still rubbing that right shoulder a little bit.
I mean, one of the leaders of this team, I'm sure if he can play, he'll definitely be out there, and he's out there to soldier on.
So the Mocs get the opening kick. Here we go. 10-minute overtime period. Diaz will come for Leland on this Mocs left side. Leland sends it up for Lashiris, trying to get it into traffic, can't do it. There's Diaz, though, going the same direction, trying to get it through. And the Mocs are going to get it. Right side, Florida Southern. See if the Mocs can get this thing in the box. Or maybe get a corner. That's knocked away. And it's going to be a throw for Florida Southern. That ought to get Phillips up to take it. Vincent on that far side, the goal scorer. And a throw in here for Florida Southern. Towards the box. Flicked on. Still in there. Tampa's got to clear it out, and finally does. All the way back out. And that's where you don't want to get in trouble here. Going to be sent forward by Arazo for Leland. Leland got it, but down the left side, but Lashiris couldn't get there. And it's going to be a throw-in coming up here for UT. It looks like Becker going to come over to take it. And everybody kind of standing around right now. And again, I think some tired guys on the field. There's Leland trying to send it forward. Tampa drops it back. Kraft on the honors, and now back up the far left side. There comes Smith. Phillips with him. He's got Salah in the middle. Smith trying to go. He cuts it back in. He pulls the shot, and just wide right. Goal kick, Mocs.
Great move to cut in onto his right foot, and good strike, but just over the crossbar. Looked like a dangerous move from the Spartans with their intent to go for it.
So Fedorl will put it in play here for Florida Southern. Keep in mind it's 10 minutes in the first overtime session here. So Fedorl will just start it out to the right to Appia. Appia looking. Going to try to come up the center of the park. Nobody there for the Mocs. Long one down by Morales. Headed out by Phillips. Chested forward that time by Foster. Mock's going to try to run it down on the left side, and here is Leland sending it up. Ball got through momentarily. And here's McIntosh dropping it off down the left side. This is Meehan. Meehan's got a little bit of move now, trying to go to the box. Inside, Tampa, though, got it and will clear it back up. Meehan just could not get it. There's Diaz trying to steal it. Comes back for Michalov. Comes to the right side. Vincent lobs it in. Headed on, maybe a chance. Shot and a save by Richards. A save by Richards, and the Mocs will get a corner.
Great play there over the top. Vincent with the awareness to see Diaz making them run, and Diaz with the awareness to square it across her Meehan, and he takes a great touch, but a little too true at the keeper, and keeper makes a good save to keep this game going.
Boy, he sure did, and Meehan, it looked like he had a shot at it there and hit it well. Give credit to Richards for that play. Corner kick, Mocs. Here we go. Let's see if they can get it now. Deep this time. Headed back out. Mocs are going to win it over there, though. This is Appia. He just decided to try to lob it in, and it's cleared back out. This time he heads it up. For a second there, I thought he might want to try to take a shot at it. One back momentarily by UT. Spartans on the move. Foster goes down hard. They're going to say play on. They're going to say play on, tackle clean. Here's Arazo. Knocked away. Becker. Leland trying to go through. Appia trying to help out. Dropped off to the left. This could be trouble. And Smith had it cleared away by Phillips. What a great job by Henry Phillips, the Mocs team captain. Throw in Spartans.
Looked almost certain there. Great ball across. But I think takes too many touches. Would have been better if he just hit it first time. But now they have a throw-in in a good position.
Nichols throws it in. Back to Salah. Back out. Trying to make a run into the box. Can't quite get there. Shot taken, and it will be way, way wide. And Foster is going to get a yellow card because he just kind of blew off the referee. The young sophomore out of Lato High in Tampa picks up the card. And I have to say, well-deserved, because he was looking for a foul, and then he just kind of blew the referee off. And you can't do that.
No, it's not. It's not a good part of the game, and referee shows him that yellow card. Definitely have to be careful there, especially in overtime. Tempers can flare.
Federal sends it forward. Tampa going to win it. That's Becker. Mocs trying to come back. Here's Appia. He sends it way right side, looking for Vincent over there, but it's going to go over the fence here. It's going to be a throw-in coming up here now for the University of Tampa.
A lot of times in overtime, it's safety first, and that clearance proves it.
Yeah, keep in mind that if they do tie, they both get a point. That's down looking for McIntosh there. No flag, or is there a flag? Yes, I think there is. And I don't think we've had an offside. No, that's our first offside in the match. Wow.
Yeah, both teams playing good to stay on side. Not a lot of balls through down there that would have been caught. But first one of the night.
So Richards coming out pretty far. He can hit this one if he wants to. And I think he probably will want to. Hits it well down the left side. There's Appia battling for the header. Diaz gets a header. Down for UT. Mocs get it back. Long ball. Looking left side. No one, or rather UT rather. Nope. And the Mocs had a chance. Couldn't get it. Comes back out now for UT, for Minetti. And now we have a whistle and a stoppage in play. And we have a Spartan down.
I'm guessing just cramping.
That's what it looked like, didn't it?
Yeah, he's right back up, limping a little, but have to be careful. Hydration so important, especially as the game goes on.
The cramps are not fun.
Not at all.
And that is the team captain for the Spartans, Schultz Geisthovel, and I know they want him in there. So it looks like Capote getting ready to come back in. Not yet, though. Abreu back in for UT. And we're ready to go. Final 4 minutes of the first overtime period. Minetti will put it in play. Near the middle. And the Mocs trying to make a move. That's a good move by Lasheris. Trying to send it through. Is he on? They're going to play. Crossed inside, cleared back out. Let's see if it's a corner or a free kick. Or I think it was Martin Wall who was into the game. He made that play, and the Mocs will get a corner kick with Lashiris.
Great job there from Vol to stay on side. Everyone looked at the ref, and sometimes a defender can be caught out like that. You just turn around, put your hand up, expecting the flag to go up, and you don't play on, and you get caught out.
Well, Capote has come back on. Let's see who's going to take the corner now.
Looks like Capote.
Yeah, it looks like he's coming over to take it.
First of the night.
Yep, just in the nick of time.
Yeah, Lashiris off now. Looking like playing a lot of quick players out there, maybe trying to create counter-attacking opportunities.
Let's see if the Mocs can end it right here. There's the corner. Headed up. Just outside the 18. Appia trying to get a touch on it. Can't quite do it. Spartans now looking to counter. Mocs got in the way. Here is Capote again. What's he want to do? He got beat on it. Back the other way come the Spartans in a hurry. This is Foster sending it up the left side. Smith trying to get there, and Phillips cleared it away. Throw in UT. Roger Smith, he's not waiting on anybody to take. Yes, he is. And it looks like coming over to take it will be Travis Foster. Looking around. So I'll back to Foster again. Foster running hard. Looks like he had a collision course with Comer in there. Now back out for the Mocs. Tampa gets it back. To the end line is Smith rolling it through the box and nobody there. Boy, the Mocs got a break. Now Florida Southern in the final 2 minutes of this first overtime. Let's see if they can do something. Capote had his pass deflected. Should be a throw coming up. Leland takes it. And we have another whistle. And the throw is in. And Appia will get it from Erazo. So Foster Appia coming forward. Long ball. Headed back out by the Spartans near midfield. That's Diaz. Play on is the call. And a throw in coming up for the good guys. Salah went down. And let's see, they may have called a foul. And they did call it against the Mocs. So a quick restart. This is Minetti. Lobbing it into the box. Looking like a dangerous play. Abreu looked like he was there, but it went over his head, and it will be Mocs ball in the final minute of the first overtime period. Federal. Flicked up. Capote. Knocked away. Near midfield. Becker going to try to run on. He'll get there. And Becker goes down hard. And there's guys colliding everywhere. And no calls. They're saying play on.
Getting really chippy out there. Referee letting play on, which is good for flow of game, but you have to make sure that you don't commit any silly tackles or lunge in.
10, 9.
Final 10 seconds. Can the Mocs get a shot off? No, it's going to be cleared back, and we're going to go play another 10.
2, 1, 0.
So nothing to give in the first 10 here.
And that concludes the first session of overtime.
And the Mocs and Tampa will play 10 more. This time only a 2-minute break before we start the second overtime period. And again, I would think at some point that if the Mocs and Tampa both realize they can get a point out of this, they may go for it in that regard. And this attacking stuff might stop. You never know.
Yeah, both teams may be playing out for a draw, but it looks like so far the Mocs really trying to get that win.
Yep.
I think they might be a little tired of drawing all these overtimes.
That's
Me
for
had
sure.
a great opportunity in that first half of this overtime to finish the game and make it 2-1, but great save from the keeper, keeps it at 1-1, and we'll see if anything changes going into the second half.
Well, the shots are now 27-7, and the shots on goal 13-2 in favor of the Mocs, and Mr. Richards with 11 saves tonight for the University of Tampa. A lot of fouls in the game, 13 for Tampa, 18 for the Mocs, 13 corners overall, 8-5 in favor of the Mocs. But oddly enough, in a game that's been pretty much back and forth, one offside in the game. That is not a lot.
No, not a lot at all. Both teams very composed in terms of that.
So we're about ready to get that second overtime started, and if it remains tied, both teams will get a point. And, of course, the Mocs would like to get the win. Our next game will be on Saturday night. The women will be back in town. They will be playing Florida Tech here, a 7 o'clock kickoff. The men will be heading over to Florida Tech. And in the latest South Region poll, the Panthers have supplanted West Florida as the top team in the South Region because West Florida lost last week. So it'll be really interesting to see how that works out.
10 minutes left.
Mocs getting ready to go here.
It's not exactly all or nothing, but if you choose to go for it, it could lead to something huge.
Yeah.
It could also come back and bite you.
Yep, you never know. You never know. And I would think, too, fatigue could play a factor here in this final 10. It's been a little cooler tonight, no question, but still Florida, and it's still October, and the heat hasn't broken.
Yeah, a lot of injuries in that overtime, as you can see, were cramps
Yep.
or just
Yep.
took the wrong step, and a lot of wrong passes are just up to players not being able to make that last step.
So the two teams will switch sides. The Mocs will come left to right here. Abreu will get the kick started here for the Spartans in this final 10 minutes, the second overtime period. And so far this year, the Mocs in 3 second overtimes haven't scored and haven't given one up. That's why they have 3 ties. The win by the Mocs was in the first overtime period at Nova. So here we go. Spartans in the black. Abreu will get it started. The final 10 is underway. And the long ball sent down the left side, looking for Smith. Phillips gets a head on it for the Mocs. And Taylor Vincent, who has played the overtime, got a head on it. And Tampa coming back the other way. But Smith, can he get it? Let's see. Does not look like it. A Mocs throw coming up. Phillips looking to take it. Looking long. Trying to get it down for Meehan. Meehan gets a touch through and cleared back very nicely by Morales. There's no Schultz-Geitovel in there right now for the University of Tampa. It looks like Nichols is pushed in to the center back spot, and Travis Foster is playing that left back position. So it's a big loss for UT.
Yeah, a lot of rotations, and sometimes when you get a knock, you see a player down there. Not sure if it's a cramp or an injury, but
clock is stopped, as you can see, only 55 seconds into the second overtime period. We've seen a lot of players cramp up tonight.
Yeah, a lot of these players just nice playing so long in this Florida weather. It could be deceptively hot, as it might feel chilly, but even playing, if you don't stay properly hydrated, then those muscles will start cramping up the longer you play.
That's Julian Becker, and he's coming off. I imagine he'll come back. Yeah, of course, we have not seen Ling Veneris back in either for Florida Southern tonight.
Yeah, not sure what the situation there is, but hopefully he's still fine.
This is Phillips for Appia. Boy, how many touches has he had? 50? Maybe?
Maybe even more. I wouldn't be surprised if you count those headers out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Very involved in the game. Almost every possession he has a touch in.
Miranda trying to get on. Tampa getting a little bit careless here with it. That's a nice flick on that time by Adrian Constantine. Now Appia. For Diaz. For Phillips. For Meehan. Meehan, can he get to the box? He's trying to go through. He slides and comes up right to Richards. Boy, what a great effort that time by James Meehan.
Great touch there, but unable to get that final touch on the ball. Just a little too big, and he tries to get a poke on it, but just slides right across.
So Richards puts it in play and hits it well. Headed out, back out by Phillips. Constantine trying to come up for UT to get a touch. And Leland sends it back up. Meehan flicks it on. Can Miranda run on? There is Nichols and Miranda. Nichols somehow gets it back to Richards, who just whacks it back up the field. There is Appia, sends it back to Federal. And Federal will come left side for Klaus Leland. You know, some of these guys have played the whole game.
Yeah, especially Appia, so much game time today.
Yeah, Appia, Arazo, Phillips, they've all played. Leland, that back line has been in there the whole way. Here is Smith. He'll drop it back for Foster. Down the left side. Back heel by Salah looking for Smith. That didn't work. Here comes Vincent. He's the Mocs goal scorer, and nobody going. Should be a throw here for the Spartans. 3 minutes gone, second overtime period. And Foster backing up to take the throw.
Deep of their own half down the line.
Flicked on nicely. One back by Mishalov. He's played a lot. First start of the year for the Mocs. He's trying to run on there against Abreu. And here is Constantine. Looking long down the left side. And a throw in for the Mocs. This is Vincent. Back for Appia. For Leland. And down the left side. Mocs will get a throw. Cleared out by Morales. Trying to come forward with it. Miranda knocked away. Cleared up by Morales. Here's Phillips with a big head on it. Vincent trying to get in there. Maybe a chance. Miranda sends it into the box. Meehan going to try to turn. He's got to look. The shot is blocked. And it's going to, did it go in? Let's wait until they're going to wave it off. The referee has waved it off. And it's going to be cleared out by UT. Holy cow. I don't know. I mean, it's a hard one to see here. But it was waved off by our referee, Matze Kurik. Mocs get a quick throw. Phillips headed back out. Shot taken. That's not going to go. Taylor Vincent hit that left before. Didn't get that one. And a goal kick coming up. Wow.
So close. Just on the line, but looks like Florida Southern throwing everything but the kitchen sink at this game and still nothing. You've got to feel that it's coming now, though.
30 shots. 15 on goal. And Richards probably breathing easy here. That was interesting. I mean, again, we didn't have the great view. You can't see it from here. You can't tell. The line is still pretty visible. We see a sub coming in for Tampa. It looks like McGrath coming back. Ball is sent forward. Here's Appia trying to get it back out of trouble. He may kick it into our booth. He tried. Throw in coming up. And back the other way it'll come. And they're going to give UT the throw. Smith is right there to take it. And he's going to leave it for Foster. Sending it in. Mocs win it back. Let's see what Florida Southern has left in his final four. Meehan sends it far left side. Capote has Leland. Leland for Meehan. Meehan had it knocked away. That's a big-time play, and the Spartans come back the other way.
A great tackle put in. Florida Southern constantly knocking at the door, but unable to do anything about it so far.
That was Morales who made the play. Trying to go down there, and Diaz just ran out of gas on that one. A little bit too far on the pass anyway. So Richards will goal kick it away. We are coming down to the final 3:35 here, and we are still even at one. And, boy, this is the spot where you simply don't want a mistake either way.
No, you're at a point in the game where maybe you just want to settle for a draw and get that 1 point. But also at the same time, you don't want to just sit back. So for the coaching staff, it's a lot to consider.
Constantine is out for Tampa, and Trevor Stanley in for the first time in the game. Freshman out of Jesuit High in Tampa. Some kind of moment to bring in a youngster. Here is Meehan trying to get a pass. Knocked away. Mox can't run onto it. Morales sends it forward. Trying to make a run there is Kraft. Down the right side, Mox win it back. Up it comes. And all the way back for Richards.
Not sure if he's going to try and rush to get that win or maybe slow down time and to maybe keep this draw secure.
Long one down. That's Appy with a header up towards midfield, and McGrath sends it right back to him. And they're going to say handball on Diaz. That could hurt. That's going to give Tampa a pretty good position.
A little bit of a late whistle. Referee waits for it to see if there's maybe an advantage, but there isn't.
So a free kick for the Spartans. It looks like Becchio is going to be on it. You can watch with us. You can see where everybody's lined up. Or let's check that. It's Kraft. Lobbed high. Fedorl out makes the play. Not a really good cross. Let's see. Fedorl going to go in a hurry up the left side. Spartans going to try to win it back. It's near midfield. They're going to stop the clock, and we may have a card. Clock is stopped. Yellow card, Tampa. And so they did not play advantage on this one. It looked like McGrath was the guy who got the card. And they will wait now while the referee writes it down. He has stopped the clock with under 2 minutes left.
Lots of bodies in that box for Florida Southern.
So here is Appia ready to go. The referee says, not yet. I'll let you know. And they're going to start it. Now, did he blow the whistle? I guess he did. Boy, everybody's kind of standing around. Leland Croft, header on just wide. Oh, my goodness. That was Daniel Miranda, the freshman, and I think UT wasn't sure about that. I don't know if UT thought the play was actually back in.
Great cross there, but Miranda just puts it wide of the post. Arguably should have done better in that situation, but score stays the same.
Taylor Vincent out and Lashir is back in. So we head towards the final minute of the second overtime period. Battle for the ball, middle of the park. Foul going to be called on Diaz. 1 minute to go. And we are 1 minute away from each team getting a point.
Doesn't seem like there's a huge rush for the team, for the Spartans to be taking this.
Yeah, at this point in time, I'm not surprised. I think both teams would probably like to get the tie, although the Mocs have not given up trying to score. They have not played here. Now, this, I think he waited too long. I think that's a little bit unfair to both teams. Tampa tried to waste as much time as possible. Let's see if the Mocs can go. Can they get something going here on this final shot? Capote takes a hard shot. He goes down, left side for Florida Southern. Lobbing towards the box. This is Meehan coming on the far left side now for the Mocs. He'll drop it back. It's into the box. Richards out to punch it away. Diaz, he may need to touch it down and crank it towards the box. No one there. Richards picks it up, and we are going to end in a 1-1 tie, I believe. Tampa with one final thrust, and they are going to run out of room and run out of real estate and run out of time. And so we have come to the end of the second overtime period here tonight at Moccasin Field, and neither team will get a win. Our final score will be 1-1. Taylor Vincent got the equalizer for Florida Southern in the second half after the first half goal by Amgad Salah, and neither team able to score in this final 20 minutes or so. Well, don't go away. Stay tuned for our postgame show. We're going to take a couple of minutes break here, and we hope to get Mocs head coach Jason Carlson or his assistant Ashley Holmes. We'll see what we can get for you, and we'll talk a little bit about this and get you set up for Saturday night when the women come back home to take on Florida Tech. 1-1, our final score. Don't go away. Postgame coming up. You are watching Moccasins men's soccer on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Welcome back to Moccasin Field. There is our final score, and we see Mocs head coach Jason Carlson coming up. So let's go ahead and put up our final stats here tonight. We'll give Coach Carlson a chance to settle down, sit here for a minute, and, boy, take a look at those shots and the shots on goal tonight for Florida Southern. 30 shots, 16 on goal, 13 saves for Jake Richards. And, Coach, you did everything but win, it looked like, based on those stats.
Oh, man, yeah. I mean, offensively, we just one of the better, probably the best showing we had offensively, I thought. And, gosh, you can't ask for much more, but just tuck an extra one away. So that's a tough one tonight.
Yeah, you really had your chances, too. Certainly some opportunities that presented themselves. But the goal you got by Taylor Vincent, that was pretty special.
Yeah, right? I think that's a good one. Last year we played Tampa, and Foster hit one from a little bit further away, but it was just as memorable, that's for sure.
Well, again, when you go back and analyze this game, I'm sure you're going to be disappointed that you didn't get the win. Yeah. But you also have to be, I think, a little bit encouraged by the fact that you really put some things together offensively tonight and really had some chances to put this thing out of reach early.
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely will be a message. And also, like we talked about at halftime, of you have to finish your chances. And this league is so tough, you're not typically going to get that many shots in an evening. So, our guys been doing it all year. They just got to keep working.
Boy, and I thought your back line was sensational. And I don't know how we were just joking here. How many touches did Foster get tonight? He probably had 75 or something like
he
that.
did that whole back line, and they're a lot more disciplined tonight than they've been. So, gosh, tough one.
Yeah, it really was. And of course, you look, too, at Eraza, who played so well, and boy, Leland he's just all over the place, and he's got a great left foot.
Yeah, I think Eduardo had a good game as well. George, having George back,
I
think was huge. He went out there and played a ton of minutes, and so that was just, this time of year you lose so many guys due to injuries or whatever, then, so to get someone back is a rarity. So it's encouraging.
The season is really so short.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone gets an injury, how do you get them back?
Yeah, you usually don't.
Yeah.
So George was just awesome to see him out there again.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like you got a murderer's row coming up on the road with Florida Tech and Barry and Eckerd all away from here. That is a tall challenge.
Yeah, that's the league, and we talked about that before the game of like this wasn't a must win, but definitely if we weren't going to win, it's going to put us in a tough spot. And Tampa, credit to them, they worked hard, they got a great coaching staff, and they always make it difficult.
Well, you picked up a point. So that's better than nothing at all, for sure. And you play Florida Tech, and I see that the Panthers are now ranked number 1 in the region here, and you've seen them play over there. You know what it's like. I guess it'll be a great challenge for you.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. They're just, again, a well-coached team, big, a lot of older players and a lot of maturity. And this is a big year for them. 14 seniors or grad students on that roster.
Well, this is the year then that they've targeted, right?
Yeah, for sure. So,
well, good luck for the next few games. Thanks again for stopping by, and let's bring home a few, right?
That's right. Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Mocs head coach Jason Carlson following the 1-1 standoff here, and that's what I call it, between the University of Tampa and the Florida Southern College Mocs. And that will do it for us here tonight from Moccasin Field. My thanks to Gino Chu, my color announcer, to Kent for doing a great job as our producer, to George running the cameras, and most of all, thanks to you for watching and listening. The rain held up. We had a good college soccer match for you here tonight. Unfortunately for the Mocs, it didn't end in a win, but a tie in this sport is better than a loss. And let's wish the Mocs well as they get ready to go on the road to face Florida Tech, Barry, and Eckerd. For us, we're back here on Saturday night. The women will be here against Florida Tech, and, of course, they will have the same matching schedule here. So our next few matches will be with Florida Southern College women's soccer. So that will do it. 1-1, our final score. I'm Jim Henderson. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. We'll talk to you on Saturday night right here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.